That's what happens when you have a sick kid. We all do, Jacob. Everyone loves jizz. Just pump that jizz right in my ears. Hey, boy. Hey, friend. Hey, guys. This is honestly my favorite part of the title theme, other than the very opening. That bit with the 16th notes and the strings is just top tier. I don't care how much he ripped this off from Holst and Mars. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Also, I was at Monkfish and I saw a jazz version of the Force theme last night. It was pretty good. It's corny. John Williams is corny. Okay, Truckman. Well, then come up and request up and we can talk politics. But I don't see you requesting up, so... Man, the bots are really botting tonight. They're all saying things about commies and commie echo chambers. That's funny. You guys are funny. Was an icon, still is an icon. He's still alive. This. And some Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I don't know if you guys have listened to Mars from the Planet Suite. Here's like a little bit of it, but you know. You should know that, I mean, there's definitely some influence here. It's still very original by John Williams. I'm not going to, it's very original, but there's definitely some influence here, okay? Once again, if you voted for Donald Trump, you can hop in the box. We can have a conversation. Or if you're over on the tube or on Twitch, you can call in. The phone number is right above my head. It is also posted in the chat. Look, I'll even prove to you that it's working. Look. See, look at that. It's right there. Oh, Jim. Here, I'll help you out, bud. There you go, Chief. Oh, no, Nemo will be here soon. Thank you, Shay. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's fun. Oh, look there. Oh, nope. Jim was there, and then he chickened out. Never mind. Am I going to post people's phone numbers online? planning on it. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Hello? Cool story. Yeah, Jim popped up in the box for like a second. Oh, and he was there again. Now he's gone. He just like keeps in and out of the box. He's funny. It's the same number. Is it Jim? Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I just want to say keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're really cool.
All right, thanks, kiddo. Go to sleep. Appreciate you calling in, bud, but 18 and up, please. 18 and up. Thank you. That was a whole ass child, I'll tell you. Yeah, don't talk to strangers on the internet. Oh yeah, Nemo might be finishing up with somebody on Manda's. It's totally fine. Also, it was my fault because I started late, so it's really more my fault than his, for sure. Appreciate you guys doing such a great job with tapping that screen and helping out with the live goal. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Look, see, there he is. All right, we got somebody here. Let's see. Victor, hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but I requested on accident. My bad.
Oh, that's all right, man. I hope you have a good night, okay?
Thank you. Do the same. I'm still watching.
All right, take care. It's Nemo. Nemo's here. We're here. Slightly late, but that's okay. Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box over here on TikTok. If you're over on the tube, you guys can call the number on your screen. As we've already demonstrated, that phone number is working. So you can call up and you can speak to both of us. Or if you're over on Twitch, the same thing applies. So we are fully available to you at this point in time because we've got no one up here and no one on the phone. So now is your time. I see a bunch of people, especially over on the tube, unless of course they're bots. It's entirely possible that they're bots. A lot of people over on the tube that are saying very MAGA-ish things, but they're not calling up. It's very interesting. Very interesting. So,
shout out to Miss Chandler. May the 4th be with you.
Nemo, you missed it. We listened to two different Star Wars songs as we got started here.
Oh, which ones?
Oh, thank you, Trish. Appreciate that. We listened to Cantina Band to start. We listened to the main theme, just for everyone's fun. And then we were listening to Mars, the Bringer of War by Gustav Holst, which is where John Williams got a lot of inspiration. We'll just say he got a lot of inspiration for the Star Wars theme from. Not a ripoff. I'm not saying that. It was just inspiration. That's all. So, yeah. Also influenced by Jupiter. Yes.
I am. So my personal favorite would probably make the vibe weird because we're trying to be whatever, like happy or woo upbeat. Duel of the Fates, man.
Oh,
It goes
dude.
so hard.
Duel of the Fates goes so hard. And as somebody who all right, Fanta, bud, calm down. Let's not spam the chat. If you'd like to come up and talk, that's fine. Also, cognitive dissonance, if you'd like to come up and talk, any of you guys would like to come up and talk, feel free. I agree that Duel of the Fates goes so hard. The problem that I have is that the problem that I have is that I don't really love The Phantom Menace as a movie overall. It's not terrible. Not terrible.
Totally understand.
It's not terrible. I don't love it.
I have always said that if you took out the pod racing part and probably the pod racing and probably a good chunk of the stuff related to the Gungans, like there's a good movie in there. It like there was just stuff that needed to be cut out. Like I understand the logic behind the pod racing because you're trying to give Anakin a backstory and all that. And there is some, I guess, it's basically there are certain motifs that are being expressed through the pod racing as far as like legends when it comes to chariot racing. Yeah. George Lucas, yeah.
Well, we could have a whole discussion about George Lucas needing an editor. And that's a whole other thing. Real quick before we get to our guest here, thank you so much to Frederica. Thank you, Frederica. We know her here as hello, it's me, Rika. For the generosity on the Blue app. Thank you, friend. It says paying my monthly tuition. What's on the agenda for class today? Thanks for what you do. Can we get some W's for Frederica with a K and the yeah, there she is, right down there in the chat. It's very kind. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that very much. So, really appreciate that. Void, hello. I'd like to invite you to unmute.
Hi.
Hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes. And before we start, I'll let you know I'm 26 years old. I have been on your channel before. I've watched your content for a while, for a year, since a year ago. I haven't had TikTok in about a year, but still just returning to the politics and just interest in science and history has sparked that. So if I could go back again, I would probably vote for Donald Trump again.
Okay, could you tell us? Okay, real quick, could you tell us what state you're in? You said you were 26.
Yes, I'm from New Jersey and I go to school in Florida.
Okay, got it. And okay, so you said you would still vote for Donald Trump. So why do you still support him?
At the end of the day, it's just about my beliefs in, the GOP. I was an avid listener of Charlie Kirk, and I agreed with a lot of his points of view. And I just like protecting traditional American values over, changing America back to the way the world used to be, is the way I see it.
What are quote unquote traditional American values?
Traditional American. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
I would say, what we're not going to do is read the comments. You're having a discussion with Nemo and I, so let's focus.
I know. I wish I could swipe them off. It's distracting.
You can. You literally can swipe them off to the side.
Yeah, you swipe I think it's to the right, and it'll make the screen blank.
Okay, It worked. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, traditional American values is like when immigration had like immigrants had a little more merit back then than they do today. I believe. They came to this country to work. They built, cities and.
How is that an American value? You're talking about immigrants. That has nothing to do with American values. Those are immigrants. They brought their values. You said you want things to go back to traditional American values. Then immigrants today are still doing exactly that same thing. So I don't understand. Nothing has changed about immigrants. I'm asking about, you said you want things to go back to traditional American values. What are American values?
Well, what I mean by that is that since America is relatively still young, it used to be a community that was like, yeah, America's number one, F Britain, we won the war, and then we won the Civil War, and then, we just kept winning the wars, and I felt like that kept, like, America very, like, tight, where we trusted each other, even if you never seen a person in your entire life, you could walk to California, see an American, wave to them like they're your brother because we've, lived and fought for the same
during
causes.
The Civil War?
Yeah.
You think that during the Civil War, in the lead up to and then the years after the Civil War, that the thing that you just said was a thing that happened in this country?
Yeah, I think that people with merit, and, I feel like, just social status and, everything in America, like, that made American citizenship valuable, that we wanted to escape Europe and, the old world from, is kind of being diluted because of all the, people coming into our country and trying to re-implement their values, and
Such as?
it just creates conflict when people have differences and sometimes they don't meet eye to eye. Like,
Okay.
I'm not saying anyone is better than anyone else. I'm just saying that people are different, and like,
I mean, shit, dude, even when they're not different, conflict happens. You brought up the Civil War.
Right.
So
at the end of the day, I just don't think that America is the right place to be, like, I don't know, like, safe haven for the whole world. I think that we should really stop investing in, making more space in America and try to make other countries, because it's a huge planet we're on, and we need to make.
you said making more space in America? What, you mean, like what, selling off of federal lands?
Well, when we let immigrants into our country at massive rates, right? We're going to need more space, infrastructure to compensate with that, including, groceries, and it's just a harder load on every industry.
Not really. I mean, it's not a one-to-one. Like, so for instance, whenever you say groceries, this country throws away, I don't know, I think it's tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of tons of food annually. Yep. So it's not that we have a shortage of food by any means. So
yeah, but the problem is that we don't have the labor to distribute that amount of food. That's why it goes to.
Like, wait, we literally do. Like, that's why the food is thrown away, because people throw it away because it goes bad, right? It's not that farms are throwing that away. It's that collectively Americans as a whole, which that can sometimes, I guess, include farms, but farms are not really, I guess, the primary source of the waste, right? It's that people are throwing away stuff that has gone bad or whatever.
Yeah, but when you look at the infrastructure, when I look at the infrastructure, and I don't come here to challenge anyone, I come here to express my perspective so that we can, you know,
Okay, well, I mean, let's look at infrastructure. So, you mean like roads and bridges and stuff like that?
I'm thinking more like on the lines of taxes, real estate, land value, and
That is not infrastructure at all.
yeah, it builds. You need to build towns, cities. You need to provide those towns and cities with electricity, gas.
Okay, all right. So again, the infrastructure is the roads and bridges. You can do gas lines, power lines, stuff like that. That is infrastructure, right? So building cities, the stuff that makes the city, the buildings, the roads, the bridges, the power lines, the gas lines, the water lines, those things, that's the infrastructure. So if you want to talk about it being a burden on infrastructure, what is another car on an interstate ultimately? Yeah, I mean, it's not putting a burden on that infrastructure, right? So it isn't a one-to-one.
Yeah, I get that, but when the rate of immigration surpasses the capacity of the infrastructure, which I know that we're far from it right now, but it's just it's very limited and it takes a lot of work. And
Wait, you said it was very limited. I mean, which one is it? Because you said that we were nowhere near it. We're nowhere near, I guess, maxing out our capacity, and then you said that it's very limited. So, are we close to maxing out our infrastructure capacity, or are we not?
well, the point I want to get to is that it's like the difference between private and public property is that when too many people who are like not gaining access through like a merit, they don't have the what do you call it, the etiquette to maintain said infrastructure. Like for
Do you?
example, look at a fridge in your house and look at a fridge in an office full of hundreds of people. Like,
Okay.
which one is going to be more clean at the end of the week? Probably yours because you're going to take care of it yourself. That's your responsibility.
Okay.
I'm not saying that every office is dirty, but
Right, but I mean, I guess
I'm just-
whenever you're talking about public and private property, just and we're going to keep it simple. When you say private, I'm assuming you mean like personal, like my T-shirt or something like that. That is private property, and then public property is like a park, right? So
Yeah.
if we're talking about that, if for whatever reason someone was like, I don't know, took something out of my refrigerator, and let's just say they live with me or something, and they ate my leftover chicken or something like that, I can't use the power of the police to punish them, right? But if we're talking about public, I can use the power of the police to do that, right? Like that's the whole point. So, you bring up the office refrigerator. I mean, that's not exactly analogous, right? Because if we're talking about public property, that is under the ownership of whatever government it is, and it is controlled and policed by the police. So there you can actually manage that, right? So, to your point, let's just say that the office refrigerator at the end of the week is a mess. Okay, the analogy would be a public park. If that is a mess, if you are making a mess in a public park, you can absolutely be cited for littering or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So there is a difference, right? And to your point about You brought up merit, so I guess you were saying that people, you were basically trying to get at that. Oh well, immigrants aren't coming here on merit or whatever. Did you?
Well, I was born into this country,
You're
so
right. You were born here, right? So was I, and so was Matt. We were born here,
yeah,
and so our parents did not have to take a test, right? There was no paperwork that had to be filled out before we could be born, right?
yeah,
Like our parents didn't have to prove that they were financially stable enough to bring another person into the system, another person who would absolutely be entitled to Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all the benefits of an American citizen, right?
yeah,
They didn't have to prove that they could, one, financially handle that, two, that person would be good for the country or whatever. Like that person could end up being a drain on society. And I mean, when they're a kid, they are literally a drain, right? Because they're a kid, they're not working, and that there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, they're a kid, they're not being productive, if that makes sense. They're learning, they're growing, they're whatever. Okay, that takes taxpayer dollars, right? So, you know, I mean, if anything, people that are just giving birth in this country, you could say, well, the kids that are born here,
right,
they are not here based on merit. They're here
Definitely.
based on chance.
yeah, yeah.
So the idea of meritocracy for immigration, I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. Like, to me, it's just another way of trying to rip up the ladder. And again, you were also subtly hinting that we didn't have these problems whenever it was white America, right? Which I know you didn't explicitly say it, you're implicitly saying it. And so we did. It was called the Civil War. It was called the Revolutionary War. It was called the War of 1812. It was called the French and Indian War.
Yeah, so my concern here is that you're right that American citizens don't need anything else but to have a child on American soil for that child to be a citizen, and there's nothing that can stop that process. And my concern with that, and tying that to the open border policies, is that
there are no such thing as open border policies, and what you're doing right now is you're really obfuscating the main point here, which is we want to go back to what are American traditional values. You still haven't defined that.
right. And here's the fact that's a bummer, is that American traditional values are really practiced by.
What are American traditional values? Please define them for us.
Well, to me, when I say American traditional values, right, I'm not saying it by the definition Webster dictionary. I mean, just
there is no such thing as a Webster there is no such thing as a Webster dictionary definition of those words. That's why I'm asking, what is the definition? Because there is no such thing as American traditional values. That's why I'm confused. So what are they?
Well, I'd say just honoring, the hardships and the unions that helped build such a great country,
honoring the hardships in the unions. So you mean like respecting the fact that slavery built this country, for example? Would that be a thing that we should probably take into account? Like, that's, you said honoring the hardships that built this union, right? Slavery being one, correct?
I can agree with you there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then why is the Trump administration basically whitewashing slavery and denying the 1619 Project and taking away all of black history and trying to basically kind of pretend like it didn't exist? Why are they doing that? So you would be against the Trump administration because they're denying, in your opinion, what would be traditional American values, right?
Well, you really stumped me there, but to be honest,
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
can't
It's kind of,
say
it's
that
really
I
kind of
agree
hard.
with
It's
it.
really kind of hard to like say that you want to honor that shit, and then you've got an entire administration that's literally erasing American history. They're the people that have been deleting shit off of the National Archives, photos, documents. They're erasing American history. So how can you say that you stand for that shit when you're voting for somebody and still supporting somebody who erases American history?
And to be honest, the reason why I miss it is because I was born right with white privilege, where I don't wake up and I don't think, oh, I'm white and we went through this, you know? So I guess I just lack that kind of empathy, or, you know, if I'm being honest. And that doesn't make me a good person. It doesn't make me a bad person either. It makes me maybe miseducated or uneducated. All right.
I mean, I'm just saying, this idea of traditional American values is it's bullshit. It's not a thing. Not a thing that's ever existed, because all of the things that you think are American values or American traditions or anything like that, they're all just things that came here from other countries. Everything that we do here, for the most part, is a thing that came from other countries. And even the things that were invented in America that we think are distinctly American, like, for example, jazz, right, is one thing that I'd be like, hey, that's a really distinctly American thing. Well, guess what? Jazz is simply an offshoot of gospel and soul music and blues music, right? And where did that come from?
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
where
that's
did
where
that
rock
word
and roll
right?
came from.
Right, that's where rock and roll came from, which we can't claim entirely ourselves, but jazz we can. And jazz is from black slaves, because they were the ones singing their gospel hymns and their blues songs. They're the ones that gave us that. The only reason that we have jazz is because those people were brought here against their will. So, for better or for worse, even those things that we say are distinctly American are a result of other people's cultures coming here. Almost anything that you could say, you'd be like, it's as American as apple pie. Oh, wait, apple pie is German. It was brought here by German immigrants. Like,
I
there's,
mean,
like,
I'm a product of America. I I wish that I could say that I'm just 100% American. You know, I have that much pride in our country. I would even go as far to say that I'd rather push for saying that my values and everything is fundamentally American, and rather than coming straight from other countries, saying maybe it's influenced by the other countries, like our whole government was a complete fu to Europe and
I mean, not exactly. No,
Great Britain. But like at the same time,
it was more of a it was more
Constitution
of a fuck you
was
to the crown
inspired and
itself.
influenced by what they knew from, because they grew up in Great Britain and had generations passed down of lessons, like father
Okay.
teaching son.
Yes.
And so you are correct. There is a source from different places that end up here.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I see like these other countries as like the older generation, and we're like the younger
How?
generation, because we're a new country. We are like
When
basically
when you say other countries, can you give me a few?
yes. I would say like just like Um, just
Like
like
which countries?
Asia, Europe,
Which countries are you
Africa.
talking about whenever you're saying other countries?
Countries we came from.
Sorry.
Countries specifically countries. Ireland, England. I don't know, even China, Russia. I mean, no, people from all over the world come to America. It's a mixing pot.
Okay, but is it? Do you have a problem with the Irish and the English coming to America?
No. Well, do I
No, of
have a
course not.
problem with them? Do I have a problem with them coming in? But I do have a problem with. Listen, here's.
Yeah, you have a problem when they're not white. Stop playing coy because you're really bad at it. You're really bad at playing coy. It's very obvious what you're actually.
No! Don't strawman me here. Don't.
I'm not strawmanning.
Please, because I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
What I'm going to say is I value people who bring something to the table.
Oh, cool.
No matter what race they are. And
awesome.
And
okay,
that's why
so
I'm saying when you say
bring something to the table, hey,
right?
You know what?
And they don't need any documents, right, to be a parent, right? I think it's bad for America. I think it's bad.
What, for people to have kids?
Yeah. For the degeneracy, these kids play Fortnite and vape from age 5. Yeah, we don't.
Kind of like
not helping our country.
How are you helping our country?
I can't say I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, you're not because you vape. You're stoned right now. You're playing some kind of game right now. I can hear it.
Like I said, I've encountered you guys over a year ago. I have worked my butt off. I'm doing much better and contributing to America better than I ever could have because I decided to have discipline and, veer away from the things that are making America so toxic right now. And
okay,
that's my problem with letting people from around the world come in because
why?
Because the concentration of the toxicity around the world is so bad.
No. What toxicity?
Toxicity, man. Just people, just hatred, huh? Hatred,
like what?
I mean, people hate America.
Do they?
Yeah.
Keep going. Explain.
Yes. In my lifetime, I have seen America go through the most. I can't even say that it's gone through the most scrutiny because, as bad as America is, it's still one of the best countries in the world. Because we don't have freaking gulags and shit. We do. We have. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. It's called the private prison system. Yeah. No, we do.
We have freedom of speech.
Not if you're an immigrant.
Really?
Yeah. Did you hear about? It was Marco Rubio was talking about how people who are here who have like a green card or here on a visa, they should not be critical of the country.
They should not.
They could have their visa or their green card pulled because of the things that they say.
Marco Rubio?
Yeah, Rubio, and I think that J.D. Vance also talked about it as well. This happened, this was about a year ago. This was in relation to the, was it a journalist? It was somebody who was,
wasn't it the Columbia kid?
Yes.
It was the Columbia kid. Because of the
Columbia University
about Israel and Gaza.
Yep.
And forgive me, I'm terribly uneducated when it comes to politics and news and even science. But the way I see it is that I don't agree with taking away people's rights, the same rights that we have. I think the whole world, right? Shit. I think that with phones, there's no reason for us to even have countries. We should have one god of the phone that tells us what to do, and we could all have happy lives in the world.
So you just advocated for open borders.
I did. I wish. But that's not the reality we live in, and
You just
the
said
way
that was the
I
reality
see
we
it
lived
is
in.
that, well, like America, people, like I said, people say that they hate America, and like Marco Rubio said, he doesn't want them in the country, and
Okay.
it makes sense because he is
No,
a
it doesn't.
conservative.
No, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense that Marco Rubio would say that. Like, you're right, because he's a neocon bastard, but it doesn't make sense whenever you're saying American values, right? Because American values say freedom of speech. One of the most
You said,
foundational parts
even
of...
J.D. Vance said that. The point I meant when I said that was not that, this neo, I don't know, fascist or whatever said it, whatever. Yeah. And I honestly thinking logically, like, if you had the power, would you let people who don't like you and want to fuck you up into your own home? Like...
So what you're saying is that speech isn't free?
All I'm saying...
I mean, that's kind of what you're saying, right?
I'm not saying that.
Do you like freedom of speech or not?
I love freedom of speech.
If you love freedom of speech, that means you got to let people who are critical of you speak.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And I will publicly come out and say that I disavow any attempt to take it away. But at the same time, I can genuinely tell you that I understand the sentiment behind it.
I mean, no.
Behind...
Like, so, I mean, when you say understand the sentiment, I understand why they're doing it. It's because they don't believe in freedom of speech, right? So, like, from that perspective, I understand it. But to say that makes it okay, no, it doesn't.
But I think that it's not about the speech that they're worried about, that they don't want people to come in their country. It's the action, right? It's the part that comes after the speech, right?
Like what?
It revolts. I don't even know. Like, the president has had 3 attempts in the past year.
Except for the people who did make attempts on Trump's life when they were right wing.
I can't even agree or disagree with what you just said.
Is that because you don't understand what I just said?
You just said that all 3 attempts on Donald Trump were made by conservatives?
Correct.
But, like, shoot. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, also to say that, or to blame that, like the attempts on Trump's life, to blame it on, well, bad things were said about Trump. Again, that is an attempt to police speech, right? So that is dangerous. It's the whole idea of, well, you can't be critical of the president because if you're critical of the president, then that might inspire someone to go and try and unalive him. No, that's crazy. No, I mean, shit. At that point, the author of Catcher in the Rye should be put into the deepest, darkest hole on the planet, because Catcher in the Rye was found on the guy that pops John Lennon, and didn't Kaczynski also have Catcher in the Rye? Like it comes up a lot.
It's come up
in
a
the
couple
infamous.
of times. Yeah. So should we ban Catcher in the Rye because Mark David Chapman had it in his back pocket after he popped John Lennon? Should we ban the White? Should we ban the White? Should we ban the White Album because Charles Manson said that he heard voices when he listened to Revolution Number 9?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be some lunatic who's just disconnected from reality. But at the same time, my
Helter Skelter. Sorry,
sentiment,
thank
my
you.
perspective is that since I'm 26 years old, I was a baby when September 11th happened, and that was the worst thing to happen in recent American history. So like, before I even knew what the civil rights and everything before that led up to, and immigration and everything, that's the worst thing that ever happened. And then after that happened, I was a baby, so I didn't even remember it, but I grew up learning about it. And then I'm like 12 years old. We have Barack Obama and president. That's freaking awesome. Like, that's the new chapter in American history. I really commend it. I commend America for stepping up and doing the right thing. I think him winning the election really speaks volumes that at some point American values had integrity, right?
You
But
still
then-
haven't actually defined what American values are. See, this is the problem: is that you keep saying you think American values had integrity. What's American values?
If I told you, dude, you would be so upset.
Say it.
You would.
Fucking say it then.
All right, man. I'll be straight with you. It's Christian values.
There you go. There you
Wait,
go.
it's not even Christian values though, because like if it was quote unquote Christian values, number one, you're gonna have to specify what are Christian values, right? But I mean, even the people who insist that this is
and living by it.
oh, okay. What does your faith entail? What is that?
What does my faith entail?
Yeah.
Just it to me, I'm nothing more than a vessel placed on this earth to like just be the best and do the best I can, so all glory can go to God. That's
Wait.
Okay, but what does that even
what's
mean?
the way I can say it.
Nemo, wait a second, my friend. Before we can even have this discussion with him,
I don't know, man.
hold on,
I hope
no. Hold on, bud. Hold on.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, hold on, Nemo. Before you could even go any further with him, we haven't even established which denomination of Christian are we talking about, because different denominations of Christianity have different value systems and different things. Like, for example, if you were part of the FLDS, you believe in polygamy. Do you know what polygamy means? Unlike one of our other guests, do you know what the word polygamy means?
That means having multiple partners.
There you go. That's right. So if you believe in that particular brand of Christianity, you think polygamy is okay. So is that an American value?
Right. I mean, at base, no, not really. But
So
I'm not
how
gonna
do you
judge
decide
someone
which?
for the-
How do you
But that's-
decide
no.
which Christian values are the ones we're going by?
Yeah, and
Are you? I grew up Catholic. Maybe are we going by Catholic values, Presbyterian values, Episcopalian values, Baptist values, Universalist Unitarian values?
and this is such a personal question, but it's hitting all the right nails on the head. Me personally, I'm non-denominational. I just see the word and try to understand and experience, the man that Jesus was and the loving God that he is.
So to put it another way, you try to follow the words of Jesus.
I try to pray as much as I can. I pray that God gives me some good idea.
You try to live by the words of Jesus, like the things that Jesus taught, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so the words in red. Excellent. Okay. Cool. But when you give a feast, invite the poor, the maimed, the lame, the blind, and you'll be blessed, because they cannot repay you.
If I were to live by
you will
it
be repaid at the resurrection of the just.
as perfectly as Jesus, I would be dishonoring him. If I really tried to do that, though, and succeed, I would be dishonoring him, because he's the only one who deserves the glory to be known as the only perfect human being. We can try, but if you're trying, it's a sin.
It's not.
What's up, Oslo? I can't believe this guy's been watching our conversation. It's pretty cool. Got some cool people in here.
Well, I mean, you don't. I mean, Nemo and I'm not sure if you knew this, but Nemo and I are kind of a big deal. I'm not sure if you knew this. So people like
I love
Oslo.
you guys. You guys are really cool. I still remember particularly you listened to Cinnamon Girl by Neil Young on here, and I was jamming out because I fucking love Neil Young. He's my favorite. He is number 2 in my heart next to Jesus Christ. And then my wife and kids, which I don't.
So Void, I had a question if Nemo was done.
Oh, yeah. At this
Void.
point, it's just kind of like moving around a empty heavy bag.
Void, what was the language that Jesus spoke? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Nemo, you correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it Aramaic?
It was, yes.
Oh yeah, Aramaic. So those words in red, you got to translate them to Aramaic. Does anybody know? Because I think Void probably doesn't. But does anybody know what the word for God in Aramaic is?
I hear some typing.
Joshua or something. I don't.
No,
Jehovah?
you're thinking of You're thinking of Hebrew. You think of Hebrew?
I honestly,
It's I'll tell you, it starts with an
I've
E.
said it 3 times already, but I'm very uneducated and miseducated.
No, it's not Jehovah. Nope.
I didn't know this
Allah.
one,
It's
and I looked it
Allah.
up, and it's fucking awesome.
Allah.
Yeah, it's Allah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you and what the thing that I love about that is it really highlights that, we say like Hebrew Christian or Judeo-Christian values, but Islam is also an offshoot, is also an Abrahamic religion. So when we say Judeo-Christian values, we should say Judeo-Christian Islamic values. They're saying the same thing that you just said on this panel, that your purpose in life is to give all glory to God. You literally said that out of your mouth. Do you know how to say that do you know how they say that in the language that Jesus Christ spoke?
I didn't come here to start a religious turf war or anything.
No, it's not a turf war. That's the point. It actually should be not a turf war. Do you know how to say what you said, that you live your life glory to God in Aramaic?
I do.
You know how to say it in Aramaic?
I do.
Matt, do you want to say it, Matt?
Can I mean, because it'd be Allahu Akbar.
Isn't that what they said on September 11th or some shit? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were giving
But,
they were here's why I bring this up.
You're not
Because
allowed
that's
to
an
stand
example.
up in
That's
a
an
mass
example of a
gathering and
society.
say that.
Excuse me, Void.
Relax.
That's an example. That's an example of a society whose values are defined by their religion. In your mind, that's a bad thing for them, but a good thing for you. And I'm wondering why that's in conflict.
Well, the only conflict that I know of between, Islam and Judaism and Christianity and all of the above, atheism, agnostic, and paganism, just put a cherry on the top, is that, denying that Jesus Christ was crucified and resurrected.
I think you need to look. I think you need to do some research on Islam, but they don't deny that.
Also, who was our third president? Void.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson.
There you go,
Madison.
Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson. Yeah. Was Thomas Jefferson fairly important in writing all of our founding documents? I mean, little bit less so with the Constitution, but very important with writing the Bill of Rights. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
We can agree, right?
Sure.
Did you know that Thomas Jefferson was a deist, which means he believed in a higher power, but not necessarily the God that you're talking about? But he did believe somewhat in Christianity. Do you know that he had his own Bible at Monticello that we actually know about? Did you know that? Do you know what
Thomas Jefferson wrote a Bible?
Well, he didn't write a Bible, but he had his own version of the Bible. Do you know that Thomas Jefferson's version of the Bible, the one that he had at Monticello, actually excluded the virgin birth because he didn't believe in it, and the resurrection because he didn't believe in it?
But he believed that Jonah was swallowed by a whale. He believed
Dude,
that...
you just said that your problem with the other religions was that they didn't recognize Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson didn't really think that Jesus was in that same vein.
Right.
One of our founding fathers. Our country is not what you think it is in terms of Christian values. Yes, Oslo, please.
I'm not saying...
I got a couple questions. This is fun. I think this is fun.
Okay.
Void, what's the first of the 10 commandments?
Thou shalt not... I don't think it's TikTok appropriate.
I thought it was have no other gods before me.
That's number one.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right. That is the one.
Yeah. That's like numero uno, the most importanto, the king of all 10. Top one, number one slot, no other gods before me. That includes, would you think that includes like making up gods and deities?
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Wait, no, you don't. It's okay. Just answer the questions. You think making up gods would be against the first commandment?
But the Ten Commandments are generally not listed in a strict descending order of absolute importance, but rather...
Okay, fine. That's fine. Whatever. It's one of the 10 Commandments, yes?
It is one of the 10 Commandments.
Do you know... Next question. That's good. Thank you. Do you know what the capital of America is?
Yes.
What is it?
Let me think. If I look up the map, somewhere between Maryland and Virginia...
No. What's the name of it, guy?
The U.S. capital, Washington.
Washington what?
D.C.
What does D.C. stand for?
District of Columbia.
Do you know who Columbia is?
Colombia is a country.
No. Well, yes, but not in this context.
But no, in that context,
Do you know who our founding fathers named our capital city after?
Ooh, I know, Oslo. I know.
Answer.
Wait, hold on. I got you. It's right here. In fact, if I can, it's right here, Oslo. Columbia.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the reference.
Sorry, never mind. It's Rocky Horror Picture
Rocky
Show.
Horror?
Yeah,
Oh,
forget
it's-
it.
oh,
Never mind. It's a dumb joke. Sorry, dumb joke. Never mind.
Okay,
So Columbia. Okay,
I
Void.
need to know who Columbia is.
Yes, you do. I think if you believe that American values are Christian values, and if you seem to believe that America is a Christian nation, I think you would like to know that the founding fathers named our capital city after a deity that we created, human being that they created, called Columbia. They made it and styled it after the Greek god and goddesses, and they made a god for the new Americas. And so we named our capital after a false god. And also the Statue of Liberty is modeled after Columbia. Columbia's on our currency sometimes. Some of our flags have the goddess of Columbia on them. We sure do break that first commandment often for being such a Christian nation, apparently.
And that's, you're striking a point that really resonates with me and the way I live. You know, listen, all I said is that I want to preserve Christian values in this country. Traditional American values in this country,
but they're not traditional American values, dude. Like you brought up Jefferson. You brought up Jefferson, for example.
Can we at least agree on this, that a large portion of America, you know, whether they were participating in this little Captain America or Wonder Woman thing,
what?
A large portion of America was indeed Christian.
So
so that's why when I came on here, I didn't.
Okay, no, I have a follow-up question, Void. I have a follow-up question.
Well, let me finish real quick? I didn't say that it was Christian values. All I'm saying is that the only way I interpret it is as Christian values, because that's the way I live my life. But at the end of the day, the first statement I made was traditional American values, because when America was formed and we had the Lady Liberty and all this stuff, right? It was not Christian. The name of the country isn't Christia, it's America. So
right.
That's why I said American values.
Named after Amerigo Vespucci.
Right.
Not even an English person.
Not even Christopher Columbus. I understand.
Columbus was Spanish.
Can I say America Vespucci
Was
sounds
Italian.
freaking delicious? I don't know why.
That was some Vespucci.
Like, oh, let me get some of that Vespucci.
But what was your question, Elmo?
Huh? Who the fuck is Elmo?
Oslo.
Oh, me. Yeah. No, my question was, if suddenly in like the next 10 years, it so happens that all of a sudden the majority of the country is Muslim, then would our traditional American values be Islamic values?
No, because there's a difference between traditional and modern.
But we just established to you that traditionally America was not founded to be Christian. I think we did it in like 7 different ways.
But like the capital and the superheroes, like that's not.
No, I mean, look, I get it. I think
the people, and
I think I understand what you're saying. Like you're saying, like,
America is a democracy. So when I'm talking about America, I'm not talking about American politics. I'm talking about American history, which is about we the people.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that. I'm not denying anyone their rights to religious freedom or any kind of problem with that, okay? What I'm saying is that what I'm trying to say is that I deeply recognize the Christian influence in this country as well.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna help you out here.
Other theist views
I'm gonna help you. I'm going to throw you a bone and help you out. So, because to keep it interesting, I want to make sure that you're making good points. So I'm going to throw you a bone. You can then use it and take it. Like you're saying something like, because it says, in God we trust on our currency, and because our Pledge of Allegiance says, under God, right? Like you're saying that is traditional, historically American values.
Well,
is that what you mean?
Listen, maybe 20 years ago, right? When I was a kid in school, right? Standing up for that Pledge of Allegiance, right? I took that to heart. I took it seriously.
And
And I
because you
did
think
pledge
it's
to make this
because you think it's always
country.
said that, like,
No,
it must
I
be.
know it's relatively new, but the sentiment behind it, whether it's been around for 1,000,000 years or 300 years or 100 years or
Or
200
50
years
or 60 years. But here,
or
I mean,
50,
of the
but
250
the
years.
sentiment that I feel, the impact it had on me to become a God honoring, God fearing citizen.
But my
The
point
truth.
is
It's the
that now
truth. I
you
know.
understand that
It might
since
not
you
be
know
the
that that's a
truth
new
of the
addition
world, but
to the
it's the truth
pledge.
that I have.
Oslo, listen, Void, Oslo speaking, buddy.
So what is it? Why is it there? Is it just some marketing scheme?
Void.
No,
Hang on.
listen.
Bud. Wait, listen.
Listen, because you understand that was added in the 1950s to our Pledge of Allegiance. You must understand that is not a traditional value of America, but a recent addition.
Yeah, I think that the Pledge of Allegiance in general is not a tradition in America. I don't think
You know what's
300
more
years
traditional
ago.
in America? You know what it used to say on our currency before it said "In God We Trust"?
Hit me with it.
I'm gonna hit it with you, bud, because it's like as American as it fucking gets. It said, "Mind your business."
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. I mean, I might be paraphrasing, but somebody look it up. Matt, look it up.
Yeah, at one point, and that was Franklin that insisted on that. It said "Mind your business." The other slogan or saying, the national saying of America, that appeared on the money as well. That was "E pluribus unum," right? Which Latin
Many
for
one.
Out of many one, right? And I mean, I often I'll point to the "E pluribus unum" part because I mean that's the most the most indicative of us being pro diversity that I mean if you can find one out of many one.
If we were so pro diversity, right, 250 years ago, like, how can they be pro diversity if they didn't even have mass planes and transportation across continents at that time?
Yeah, why didn't they invent
Literally the
airplanes?
only people who
What an oversight!
Well,
pilgrims.
according to Donald Trump, they did have
Like the
airplanes.
scallywags.
According to Donald Trump, they did in fact have airplanes back then. So there is that.
Yeah. Why didn't the founding fathers invent airplanes? What an oversight!
Listen, dude.
Listen,
If you want to stretch my arm and make me say that Donald Trump is a big con, bro, like it's not going to be a very hard task. But I didn't come here to say that Donald Trump is the best president or the most ethical president. All I'm here to say is that what I believe in, and maybe I've been misled terribly, but in my heart, I really do believe that the GOP has my best interest.
How?
It's just...
Here comes the grand stuff.
I guess my faith. I just have faith that
Your
a better
faith?
leader will step up. Yeah, like
Are
I think
you
if Charlie
rich?
Kirk was still around, we would have had a better party. I don't think we would.
I doubt it. I sincerely doubt it. Do you want to know why I sincerely doubt that?
If you
Sure.
leaned left,
Sure. Can we agree on something that maybe the Republicans have, and I'm not saying the Republicans who just switched sides, but the Republicans who are still MAGA or conservative today, they have gone through a steep mental decline since the passing of Charlie Kirk. Right.
I guess my assertion is that Charlie Kirk.
You might argue that they've always been that stupid.
Well, yeah, I would definitely argue that, but also to be clear, Charlie Kirk didn't agree with the policy of this administration. Do you want to know how I know that?
I'd love to know.
So we were told all along by U.S. lawmakers that we need to take out the Iranian nuclear program, and you can make a good argument for that. However, if you watch carefully and closely, amongst the Washington, D.C. and neoconservative, neo-imperialist class, especially in the Republican Party, they've kind of shifted gears here. They've shifted gears from Iran should not have a nuclear weapon to Iran should not have an Ayatollah. The neocons that have been wrong about every major foreign policy decision of the last 20 years. They were wrong about Afghanistan. They were wrong about Iraq. They were wrong about Libya. They were wrong about Syria. They were wrong about the Arab Spring. The entire Middle East is filled. It is at capacity with their failures. You cannot point to a random Middle East country without seeing somewhere that John Bolton, Lindsey Graham, and the entire gang of ferocious neoconservatives have messed up. So we've been told it's all about nuclear weapons, but it seems as if there's a more aggressive push to get rid of the Ayatollah. Oh, well, all right, let's just assassinate Kim Jong-un and Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin and the Ayatollah. Oh, well, they've chanted death to America. Right, we got that part. Again, regime change is an outgrowth of a prideful, cloistered, sheltered view, acting as if you know certainly what is going to come next. Again, it's a country of 92 million people, a fact that I hope is repeated a lot. 92 million people. What's going to happen when the country's in turmoil? What's going to happen to the 2,000 ballistic missiles? That'll be fun. Will all of them be launched at U.S. troops? How many U.S. troops are you comfortable dying, James Langford? We have 40,000 troops within missile range of Iran. All of a sudden, the Ayatollah goes out and some religious fanatic just starts launching ballistic missiles at U.S. troops. James Langford from Oklahoma, he's talking indistinguishably from a member of the Israeli Knesset. And I'm just saying right now, by the way, if you're from Israel, you might want regime change. That's a completely different calculus. I get it, actually. But we have American priorities and American money and American funding. And when you are an American U.S. Senator, your calculus should be completely different. What is good for America? What has America done the last 25 years? You have to look at it from the prism of your country and your country first.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame.
So you agree with Charlie Kirk?
I agree with Charlie Kirk on that very narrow topic.
No. Correction. Time out. I just want to correct one little thing. Charlie Kirk agrees with us.
True.
Yeah, dude. That's why we needed him around longer, dude. Because if he agrees with you, then and the conservatives agree with him, then maybe
conservatives don't agree with him.
Conservatives and you can stop disagreeing.
No, dude. Like that's the problem. Is conservatives don't agree with him. That's the thing. Is that Donald Trump and conservatives do not agree with Charlie Kirk.
No, but also the other problem is, just like so many people in similar situations and stature to Charlie Kirk have changed their views on Iran just like Charlie Kirk likely would have had he still been here. He'd be singing not that tune right now, probably, in support of whatever Trump is doing. And that's like that cowardice that I see on the right. I have no problem saying that Biden fucked up the withdrawal from Afghanistan, even if I understood that Trump made that deal and all that stuff. I have no problem saying Biden messed that up. But I can't really find a Republican or a MAGA, very few of them, but I mostly can't find any who's willing to admit that this is the exact opposite of what they claimed they voted for just less than 2 years ago.
You're right, dude.
Yeah, I know.
And it's simply because they're stupid. Like,
No, they're well aware of what they're doing, man. They're not
no,
being stupid.
they're a
They're
bunch
being
of
intentional. Actually, I'll tell you something. I agree with Ben Shapiro. When Ben Shapiro said on the Ezra Klein podcast that what he sees as the only guiding principle of the conservative right anymore is just to be anti-left.
the anti-left.
That's what Ben Shapiro says about his own political side. That he's worried that the only guiding principle anymore is being anti-left.
And that just perfectly depicts the polarizing state of American politics right now. When you have,
on the right,
liberals
yes,
saying that about the conservatives for years now, and now one conservative starts saying the same thing about the other side. I mean, that's just polarizing. It's ironic. Like, to think it's unpredictable.
What do you mean? What?
I've never seen all three of us stumped before.
I'm very confused by that statement. What do you mean?
Oh, like the liberals saying blue no matter who? Like, that's obviously just anti.
That's not the same thing. That's not. No, that's not.
Completely
No, it's not. No, it's not.
anti-conservative.
No, it's not. And I'll explain to you why. What we're talking about is Ben Shapiro, and what Oslo so rightly pointed out is Ben Shapiro is pointing out that he said that the platform of the Republican Party and conservatives in general is simply anti-left. Never better illustrated, by the way, than the Republicans coming out with their platform in 2020, I think it was, where they were basically just like, yeah, we don't really have a platform. Whatever Donald Trump says is our platform. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, that's fucking embarrassing, where you don't even have a party platform. You're just like, we agree with our cult leader. Like, that's insanity. The Democrats saying, hey, we have an entire platform on our own, and we're going to vote exclusively against the guy who wants to be a fascist, authoritarian president, wannabe dictator, wannabe king, is completely different. It doesn't have anything to do with their platform. It has to do with wanting to vote against somebody who's literally trying to be an authoritarian leader in the United States of America. Please, Oslo.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that on the surface, blue no matter who is kind of dumb. It's kind of stupid to say blue no matter who, because that, like, you would assume that means that we just vote for anyone as long as there's a D. I get that. That's how it reads. But in this political climate, like, the reason that people started saying blue no matter who is because the red is like capitulating to whatever Donald Trump wants to do, just like Matt just said. Their 2020 platform was, whatever Trump wants. That's the environment in which blue no matter who came about as a slogan. It's like, yo, these guys are crazy, so we just gotta buckle up and vote blue for a while. It's about harm reduction, as Angela says in the comments, so rightly so.
Yeah. It's hard for me to grasp it because...
No, I get it. But you got hands.
Right, yeah.
I have a feeling you grasp something at least twice a day.
And all I want to do is make my decisions in good faith at the end of the day, right? And really, who do I learn my values from other than, the environment I'm in. All I am is just a human being, a nervous system that has reacted to the environment that it was produced and grown up in, and I am just now speaking out my experience, my consciousness with you. And I understand it's very different. I would say that I'm a Christian, and
Blowing my mind, bro.
that
Consciousness!
to offer to the American
Yeah. Hey. Hey.
civilization.
Hey. Void.
But-
Just out of curiosity, why do you have Stonewall Jackson as your profile picture? A Confederate general.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? That's a pretty deliberate choice. Why did you pick a Confederate war general as your profile picture? That's deliberate. Why would you do that?
She was the strongest fucking general in the Civil War.
He absolutely was not. No. You want to know? You want to know who the strongest? You want to know who the strongest fucking general was
you
in
literally called him by his nickname, the Stonewall.
Really? How'd that work out for him? How'd that work out for him?
All right, dude. It's the reason.
How
why
did that work out for
pure
him?
Satire.
It's not satire. You
That
didn't
was
do
a
that. You're
bad
not.
thing.
Hey, you're void. You didn't do that as satire because you're not smart enough to do that as satire.
I acted in bad faith. That's my only answer. It's not an excuse. It's the condition.
I mean, Void, like, really, I don't know why you would pick him specifically. Like, even if you were, I don't know, trying to push the whole American traditionalism bullshit, like, why would you pick Jackson? Because he
Robert
was.
E. Lee is overused. You see him on them.
Yeah, but why would you pick? Why would you pick Lee or Jackson? Why would you pick any Confederate general?
They're the only two I fucking know.
Well, I mean, okay, that's fine, but they're also traitors to the country. Like, they're literally the opposite of America, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rage bait.
Was it? I mean, this is rage bait. What I have, because I know that you don't know who this is. This is Sherman, right? Do you know General Sherman? Know anything about him?
No.
Oh, okay. Because he had the right idea whenever it came to people like Jackson. You ever heard of Sherman's March to the Sea?
Sherman's March?
Yeah, Sherman's March to the Sea.
Sherman's March to the Sea by Union General William Sherman. It's pretty funny that you had a picture of this guy and I had a picture of that guy.
I mean, listen. I'm a Buffalo Bills and New York Mets fan, so I definitely know what it's like to root for a losing team. But rooting for the Confederacy is fucking crazy, dude.
Also,
I was being rambunctious, absolutely ridiculous. Yes, I understand.
Also, he died halfway through the Civil War. Like he didn't even make it to the end.
Yeah.
It's
He
so
lost. Yeah.
Yeah, he lost. By the way, can we get? I want W's in the chat for our friend Lainey who pointed that one out. She hit that one.
I was surprised that I thought I knew someone had to tell you guys because there was no way we got this far into the conversation. I probably would have been booted if you knew off the bat.
No, I don't have my glasses on. I can't.
Oh, I noticed that one pretty early on. I had that one in reserve. I was just waiting on that one because
I figured Nemo knew. I didn't realize it until then.
At first, I thought it was Robert E. Lee, but Lee's in pictures he has like a white beard, so it wasn't him.
Listen, this is like a burner account, so like the profile picture just changes all the time. I don't know what sparked the idea of putting Stonewall Jackson up there. I was just acting like a hick. I'm not a hick, but obviously I'm more intelligent. But I was just.
Are you even from the South?
No, he's from
I
New
do
Jersey.
live in the South, but I'm from New Jersey.
No, he's from
I
New
do
Jersey.
live in the South, but I'm from New Jersey.
You're from New Jersey? Jesus, dude. Oh my God. What
No,
is it?
dude, like
with...
we're on the same team. We're on the same team.
No, that's cultural appropriation, asshole. Like you're taking my people and you're like, yeah, Stonewall Jackson, fuck yeah, dude.
I hate
no,
Florida,
no,
so-
I am from Georgia. Okay, I'm from Georgia.
Yeah.
I have the guy right here, I'm German. Wow, Sherman, General Sherman, burnt Georgia to the ground, literally burnt the whole state almost to the ground, and spared Savannah. That is Sherman's March to the Sea. That's what it's called.
Wait, aren't you culturally appropriating a union, General? Then
Fuck. No.
No.
Sherman rejected the culture in Georgia and injected a new culture forcibly. He's like, this is the new culture. So,
but do you like Sherman? Was Sherman a good
Listen,
guy?
I mean, listen. I think Sherman is fire, bro.
Sherman's fire. That's based. Yeah, me too. Same team, dude. I was just like impersonating.
He didn't get it, Nemo. He didn't get it.
Yeah, he didn't pick him on that
It's
one.
It's funny that you're from Georgia, right? And you have the Union guy, and I'm from New Jersey, and I have the Confederate, the rebel.
Well, anyways,
traitor.
Yeah, the fucking traitor. Exactly. You might as well just have a Confederate flag up on your thing. Okay.
Please do it. Please do it. I dare you.
Yeah. But listen, Void, we've talked to you for like an hour and a half. I think we should move on to we've got. There's been a number of people trying to call in and come up, so I think maybe we should move on. But
Good. Yeah. Continue the show, guys. I wish you a good night, and it was eventful. I know I'm not the most productive person to have a conversation with. Probably not the best for the views or the content, but you guys do a good job, and I appreciate that. I acknowledge that. So yeah, I'm out of here. I'll start sweating for my.
Stop listening to Asmongold. Start listening to Voss and Hassan. You know, that's probably better options.
Bro, just start listening to classical music or something. I don't know.
Something.
Also, that
Baby-
like you could
Baby
literally just sit
Mozart.
in a room in total silence and be better off than listening
listen
to
to
Asmongold.
Baby Mozart, bro.
It's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Damn. It's Oslo, everybody. Hey, Oslo, how's it going, friend? How you doing tonight?
Oh, good. I'm back from my vacation.
I know. I saw your video that you're back from your vacation. And like,
I think I should have worn sunscreen. I think I got a little red.
no, I don't think so. You look fine.
Okay.
You wanna stick around for a minute, or are you gonna go? Or do
Yeah,
you,
sure.
or
Yeah,
stick
yeah,
around
yeah,
for a minute?
yeah.
All right, cool. I've got a number of things to read. Hang on, let's see. Let me answer this real quick. Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on a brief hold, and we'll be right with you. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay. I've got a couple of things to read. I bet Nemo might as well. Thank you to Melvin for the 2 super chats over on the tube. He said, young man is crash and burning at a fast pace. Sad. He also said, no, America is a hypocrisy. Our history is he hung up. Is history based on lies, omissions, half-truths that's constantly changing due to a certain group's quest to keep their supremacy. Thank you, Melvin. Always appreciate you. Friend. And then also thank you to Midwest Progressive. Said the Phantom Menace is awful. Cut out the pod racing and Jar Jar, and it's a 15-minute short. That's a whole other discussion. Thank you to a friend Tammy on the Blue app. It said, what are traditional American values? Don't know, Tammy. We really never got there, but thank you so much for that. Tammy also said, what is this kid even saying? Oh my God. I think that was kind of everyone's reaction during that, Tammy, as far as I can tell. And then Vic gave us 2 on the green app and just said, please drop void. That's not quite enough for the full drop, Vic, but we appreciate it. And I did get the sentiment. And lastly, thank you on the PP to Kieran. Said, I had no idea that Columbia was based off a goddess. I thought it was the feminine of Shittifer. The feminine version of Christopher Columbus. I got it. Thank you. No, it's kind of like a complete its own like thing. But yeah, that's cool. Nemo, you got? I assume you might have a couple. That was a long time.
Yeah. Wait for it. Okay. Lots of I think I mentioned this earlier. If you were listening, thank you for the earlier capitalism. I just wanted to make sure that you heard that. Jacob, thank you for Venmo. You said still waiting on the answer to my Gen X fence sitter question. You said you had a good long answer. I will wait. That's a reminder. Okay. Stand by on that one.
Here, Nemo, I'll just answer this real quick. Hold on one second. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Hello? Hello?
No.
Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hello.
Hello?
Hold on. Child suicide.
Okay. Thanks, Chief. Anyways, sorry, dude.
Hello.
Anyways, that's an immediate block. Good times. Please continue, my friend.
Okay. Jacob, I'm gonna hunt down the question one. So give me a minute on that. Tammy, thank you. You said, why do you think Democrats don't believe in a traditional family? Or why do they think Democrats don't believe in a traditional family? It's Fox News, indoctrination, and racism. Anything that's not a white family with 2 kids and a picket fence and all that shit, immediately non-traditional family in their eyes. Frederica, thank you for the Venmo. You said, paying my monthly tuition to Professor Nemo. No need to read aloud. Just wanted to say I'm sorry about father's illness. My mother's very sick, and I know how tough it is. Wishing you and your loved ones comfort. Thank you for what you do. Thank you, Frederica, for that very much. Slava Ukraine as always. CT, thank you for the PayPal. You said, appreciate you, man. Keep educating people. That's the goal. Tammy, thank you. You said, what does he bring to the table? I don't know. I don't know what Homeboy brings to the table. Yeah, I was trying to come up with something. I got nothing. And
Unseasoned turkey.
Yeah.
Or is that just the Thanksgiving table?
Probably. And then Daniel, thank you for the memo. He said, have you seen the Fox News report alleging that Iran is considering deploying kamikaze dolphins? Also, this Void guy has me in a perpetual loop of saying, my brother of the fallen star, what are you on about? Yeah. I'm pretty sure Homeboy was partaking in the greenery. I think that might be what was going on there. But I have heard about this kamikaze dolphin thing. I thought that was bullshit. I thought that was just like an onion type situation. Then I saw it. Then I read about it. Also, this is something that they have talked about before in relation to Russia and I think North Korea, that they have kamikaze dolphins. And it's the goofiest thing.
Oh.
Sharks with freaking laser beams, man.
Freaking lasers. Is that too much to ask?
I have some. If Nemo is done, I have some people to thank.
Yeah.
Okay, first I would like to thank my agent, really wonderful. I love working with you. My publicist, Tammy, you're the best. Couldn't do it without you. My mom and dad, thank you so much. You really lit the creative fire in me. All the rest of my cast and crew, making a film is really a team effort. I can't do it without you guys. And to the other nominees, wow, just to be nominated among you guys is just an honor. And really, it could have been any of us. Could have been any of us. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Academy. You like me. You really like me. Okay, I'm done.
Damn it! You finished before I could cue up some fucking music to indicate that you needed to stop. I was trying.
And
I was trying
last,
real hard.
I just wanted to say that that art is really important in these troubling times, and we all need to band together and be a band of misfits. Create. Oh shit! They're playing me off. The director, the producers.
There we go. That's it. So what I needed. Can only do it so fast. I want to say, if you guys still support Donald Trump, we would like to have a conversation with you. We've got 1,200 people over here on TikTok. There's about 130 people hanging out over on the Tube. That's a decent amount of people. So if you still support Donald Trump, we'd like to have a conversation. The easiest way to do that is to call in. If you're over there, the number is right above my head. It's also pinned in the chat, or you can just request up over here on TikTok. It's actually really, really super simple to have a conversation with us. We'd like to have a conversation with you. We want to know why you still support Donald Trump. All the things, why? It's so confusing on so many different levels, and so we would very much like to know. Also, one of our mods, Nick, sent me a message while we were talking with that last guest, and said, "I want to make Oslo merch that says, quote, who the fuck is Elmo?"
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that's good.
I think I really feel like that's a shirt that you need to that needs to be made. I'm just saying.
Instead of the asterisk where the U is, I'll just put my face.
Yes, exactly. Amazing. Palu, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Okay, I guess not.
He's always the silent type.
Yeah. No, John, I'm good. Thanks, but no thanks. Don't need any. You have nothing. You have nothing to say. You have nothing new to say. You just say the same bullshit over and over. No, I'm good. If you really want to talk to Nemo, I'm sure you'll get another chance. But like, I know you have a crush on him.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, but
John Stone. You talking about John Stone?
Yeah.
How many? I don't know how many times we can have the same fucking conversation over and over. It's always the same thing. He always says the same shit. He never has anything new to say. He never has. It's just like, no. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Chat was someone in the chat just asked if I've ever met Liam. Liam hates me. Liam is absolutely triggered by me. For some reason, he always calls me a bloody tampon. And I just don't think he knows what a tampon looks like.
Wow. The fuck kind of tampons is Liam using?
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah. He's also called me like a hairy penis or something. And I'm like, you really don't look down there a lot. Or go to a doctor if you think that's what.
Right?
It's
not supposed to look like that.
Liam, Does yours have arms and eyes? I'm concerned now.
Hygiene. Soap.
Yeah,
Water.
Yeah, he can't even really talk when I'm on a panel. He just goes, he just like loses his mind about tampons and stuff.
He's
But I honestly I don't like being on panels when I'm with Liam, because I take a shot every time he says, what does he always say?
What is you mean a particular word or a phrase?
Yeah, like a word he uses, a filler word, like all the time. But I can't remember what it is. As soon as he starts talking, though, you guys know.
Oh,
That's a good question.
I don't know. I feel
I
like
can't remember. I'm blanking on it because I haven't seen him in a while. But it's okay. He says
Polygamy.
Okay. He says okay. Polygamy? No. He says he's like, well, let's say that I'm so and so. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
But if you take a shot
Mr.
every time he
Mackey.
says okay, you'll be smashed in 10 minutes.
Okay. Laney, he is obsessed with, like, his obsession. He used to just default talk about Dean and Parker and Harry and stuff. I'm just like, the first couple of times that I talked to him, he's talking about. I'm like, and he's like, what do you think about those guys? And do you align with their political? I'm like, I don't know. I've never talked to them, and I don't actually really want to. Like, you requested up to talk. Like, are we going to talk about politics, or are you going to ask me about other people's political beliefs? Like, I don't understand, Liam. Like, what are we doing? I was like, we're the same age, basically. Like, he's in his early 40s, I'm in my early 40s. I'm like, we're supposed to be grown men. Like, are we going to talk about politics, or are we going to talk about guys in their early 20s? What are we doing here? It seems like he wants to talk about guys in their early 20s.
Yeah, every time he comes up, I was just over on Dean's and I dog walked him. Okay.
Okay. You guys don't even know. Oslo, do you know what we did? Do you know what we did one time? Did you hear about
polygamy?
Not the polygamy. That was recent, and that was fun, and that was amazing. Like 9 months ago, we were in a live with him. It was Seth's Shadows live, and we were in this live, and Liam was up, and this whole thing. And forget exactly how we realized it, but we realized that on Liam's old account that he had a link in his bio to a domain name that was like supposed to go to his cover band. Okay? It was supposed to go to his cover band, but it was a dead link. It was a domain name that was not owned by anyone or anything. And so if you clicked on the link, it went nowhere. Someone in Nemo's Discord pointed this out. So that domain got bought. And then guess what got posted there? A video of Liam losing the push-up contest to Good Trouble.
Oh, man.
And
that's good.
And that stayed up for, like, I don't know, would you say it was like it's had to be up there for 5 or 6 months?
It was up for a while.
It was up for a long fucking time. Like a really long time. It was one of my favorite. It was just like, if I was having a bad day, I would just go and click on it and giggle and laugh. It was absolutely.
That's some good trouble right there. That's some good wholesome trouble right there.
It was, and that wasn't bullet. No, that's not what that was. No one owned the domain name. We just posted a video there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's bullying. Yeah, I don't know that that's
I
bullying.
think so. It's just.
I mean, he put that video out on the internet.
I mean, he agreed to the push-up
He
contest.
he is convinced that it was doxing because the domain name was for his cover band, and he's like, he was convinced that that was doxing, and it
was
just
his
wasn't
in his bio.
He
Yeah.
put it up in his own bio. The link, he posted it there.
Yeah, Laney's right. That's just seizing an opportunity.
Exactly. Thank you, friend. Laney gets it. But it was absolutely fucking ridiculous. But honestly, just one of my favorite things ever, forever and always. I know I have a screen grab of going there and following it. It's just one of the best things ever. I might be able to find it for you guys. Once again, by the way, guys, while we're chatting, if you still support Donald Trump, we'd like to have a conversation with you. So if you support Donald Trump, hop on up, or if you're over on the tube, you can call in on the phone number that's above my head. JN, hello. I think that might have been a mistake. If you're over on the tube or on the Twitchy app, all you need to do is either of those. All you need to do is just call the number, and we'll answer. We have no guests right now, and so that means that you guys are first in line. You're first in line. So come on over and hang out with us, please. Come over and hang out with us. We'd like that if you did that. So.
Well, I think I'm gonna go.
Fine.
Because I think I might. Sometimes I'm one of the reasons that you guys don't get guests. You know, not just me, but if there's too many people up here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, on occasion, you might. You might be right, but still.
Plus, if I stay much longer, I'm gonna get more gifts than Nemo, and I don't want to embarrass him.
I mean, now, yeah, we don't want to embarrass him. However, before you go, because this would make me. I'd like to make you real happy, just real quick. I'm gonna. Just because I did find it. And for those of you who don't believe this is a thing, I'm going to need to. I'll zoom it in real good so that everyone can see it. There we go. Wow. There you go. So that's his old profile. Because this one's gone, but you'll be able to see it. Here you go.
Let's go. 1, 2.
Ari sent this to me. She couldn't blow it up. But anyways, you get
4,
the idea. I'm sure
5.
most of you have seen it. So anyway, but that was for real. You would click on this link right there. It was glorious. It was good times, really. So yeah. Anyways, that's all.
Beautiful job. 10 out of 10.
All right, friend.
No notes.
We appreciate you coming by. Thanks for hanging and having some fun with us. All right, bud.
Love you guys. Bye.
Right, we'll catch you, man. Love you. Bye bye. W's for Oslo. We appreciate you, Oslo. Thank you, friend. Glad you came by. All right. Okay, Oslo's not here, so if you were afraid to come up because Oslo was here, now Oslo is gone. So now you have no excuse. So there you go. No excuse. Once again, if you are a Donald Trump supporter, you can give us a ring. The phone line is open. The number is right above my head. It is also pinned in the chat on the tube. So come on over. There you go. Also want to say Thank you to Ant-Man for the gift of the 6-7 jewels. Appreciate that. And then thank you to Redacted, who said on the Blue app, Carpe Domainem. Very good. Very, very good. Seize the domain. Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Share this one out, guys. Share it with your friends, with Trump supporters that you hate. William says the phone line is not open; it's busy. I don't believe so. Watch. Nope. Can get right in. So, Old Norseman says Dems are going to lose California. Okay. Sure. Good.
I find that very hard to believe.
Hilton. That's your big ace in the hole, huh?
Yeah. No.
Oh, well, see, there we go. See, it works. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Where am I from?
No, I said, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, yes, I support him.
Okay. Yeah. How old are you, and what state are you in?
I was born in '62, and what was the other question?
What state are you in?
Right now, I'm a truck driver. Right now, I'm in Colorado.
Well, what state do you live in?
Las Vegas.
So you live in Nevada, and you're 64.
Yeah. Yes.
Great. Okay, great. So you're 64 in Nevada.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, why do you still support Donald Trump?
Well, let me tell you something. There's a lot of reasons. First of all, my God, he made all the tough decisions. All the things that he's done are things that people promised but never delivered on. For instance, in the 70s, when I was young, the government screwed up the public education system, and Jimmy Carter was the president. Jimmy Carter got blamed because Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard, and the government just started printing money like crazy, and so we had all this inflation. And the media and everybody, they just blame the president. They never look at the people who, the Congress, who are in charge of the purse strings of the country. They're the idiots who caused this problem, really. Nixon didn't do it on his own. He had to get votes from Congress. But the media, they just blamed everything on Jimmy Carter. So then we had 50 American hostages taken by Iran.
My friend,
And
I don't mean to interrupt. We don't exactly need a history lesson. We're both very well versed in American history. I would like to know, though, why do you currently support Donald Trump in April of 2026?
Well, I know that this is a really tough thing that he's done, which is going into the Strait of Hormuz and taking on Iran, and they have so much leverage there, and that they're shutting it down. But right now, American oil is safe for all these tankers to flow into the Gulf of America now and into Louisiana and Texas and fill up their tankers. And we can become the world leader in energy production here in the United States because we have more oil, and we can take out the Russians, and we can take out the Strait of Hormuz. You know, we could replace them and we can put our people to work over here. And I'll tell you something else. NAFTA and GATT, and look at the city of Detroit. Okay, the city of Detroit, when I grew up, that was Motor City. There were tons of jobs up there. Okay, those were all car manufacturing jobs. We led the world. And then it seemed like the leftist Democrats got in, started all this bullshit with the cafe standards. They started making crappy cars, forcing people to buy cars that are, crap. They just are. And they all look alike. They're all shaped exactly alike. They put them all in a wind tunnel, and they all look alike. And they destroyed the city of Detroit.
Yeah,
and
that was definitely the Democrats. It definitely wasn't capitalism, and it definitely wasn't people trying to save a buck on the production line. But sure, bud, whatever you say.
Well, I mean, I think that's pretty shallow if you're blaming capitalism. Capitalism invented the car and mass-produced it for the world.
No, it didn't. Where was the car invented?
Well,
where was the car invented?
Ford.
Where was
Henry
the car
Ford.
invented? Wrong.
Henry Ford.
Wrong. Wrong. You're
saying that, but I'm just telling you that Henry Ford
did not invent the car.
Everyone.
Henry Ford did not invent the car. Do you know who invented the car? Karl Benz in Germany. Do you know Karl Benz, of Mercedes-Benz? He was German.
Let me
No, sir. Let me explain something to you. Henry Ford did not invent the automobile. Karl Benz is credited with inventing the automobile in Germany.
I don't believe you.
Cool.
And let me tell you
what year did Henry Ford invent the automobile? What year did Henry Ford invent the automobile?
I don't really care.
It's because you don't know, and because you would rather. Okay, cool, bud. It doesn't matter. So you just would rather ignore history and pretend that Henry Ford did something 15 years after Karl Benz did it, or 10 years after Karl Benz did it. Sorry.
So the reason why the country is so divided.
Okay, yeah, I would ignore that point and move on too, because I would too. Yeah, okay.
Is that because we have CNN, we have MSNBC telling one story, and we get on and listen to Fox News and Newsmax, and we get an opposite story, and some people believe one side, and other people believe the other. See, when I grew up, it was all about America, and so if our history classes didn't tell us about Henry, Benz or whatever, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because Henry Ford manufactured cars for everybody, and the common man who worked at his plant could afford to buy his car, which never happened anywhere. And that was free market capitalism and manufacturing.
I mean, I guess if you're lamenting about the days when news was not partisan, when news was just the news, then you have Republicans, conservatives to thank for that.
When did that happen?
When did that happen? Like, you're going to be talking about Walter Cronkite, like that era? Once upon a time, there was this thing called the...
No, Walter Cronkite was not... he was a leftist, big-time Democrat. The conservatives today had no voice. The first voice that came out with our ideas or telling what the left was doing, that was Rush Limbaugh.
I knew he was going to say that. Oh my God.
Yeah. Why? Because it's true.
Dude, you're complaining about.
Look, and what what I want to point out also is that I'm not telling you that Fox News tells the truth all the time. They're fucking liars. Just like CNN and ABC. They
so
are.
was Rush.
They're paid. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh was absolutely a liar.
Yeah, well, he disagreed with you, but he was always right.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, he was a fucking hack.
Yeah, right. So I would like for you to tell me one place that your party, your leftist party, your political party.
Hold on,
runs
hold on, stop. We're not moving on from that.
It
Who is
doesn't suck.
I'm sorry, we're not moving on from that. Who is William Buckley?
Well, he was a conservative back
he was literally
like
one of the most famous conservative commentators in the 20th century who started 30 years before Rush Limbaugh. Who is Paul Harvey? Oh, that's right. He was one of the most famous conservative commentators in the 20th century who started 40 years before Rush Limbaugh. So the idea that there were not conservative voices in America speaking out and saying things before Rush Limbaugh is just fucking false. You lie just like Rush Limbaugh lies, or you're just ignorant like Rush Limbaugh was.
They were just on AM radio. Which
is literally where Rush Limbaugh was. Which is literally where Rush Limbaugh was. Which is literally where Rush Limbaugh was. He was just on AM radio. And the only reason that Rush Limbaugh was able to exist was because of the Fairness Doctrine that got repealed in 1987 by the Republicans. The Fairness Doctrine, you know, that thing that made sure that you would hear both sides of a story? That you would hear both sides of a political debate? Yeah, the Republicans decided that they didn't like the Republicans decided excuse me, sir. 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 Sir. Hello, sir. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. Hello. Can you hear me?
You're telling bullshit. You're just out here bullshit. You're flipping the story on its head. I was alive.
Sir, so was I. Sir, so was I. And I can tell you right now that the Fairness Doctrine is the thing that made sure that instead of having fair and balanced news reporting...
It was made to crush conservative radio.
Sir.
It was made to
Sir, no, it wasn't. There's no... Oh, my God.
On the radio.
Sir, there was no such thing. Who is a famous liberal radio talk show host in the 70s and the 80s? Who? Who was a famous liberal radio talk show host that dominated the airways, that they needed to do this because it was so bad? Who? Go, name, go, now, tell us.
There were none.
There were none, exactly. You just proved our point, you moron.
No, they all went out of business, you stupid dumbass.
No, there weren't any. You can't even name one. Name one. Name one.
They all went out of business.
No, because there weren't
they all
any.
Went out of business.
Because there weren't
because they
any.
All went out of business.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Hey, caller, I'll tell you what. I'll give you $1,000 right now if you could name one of them.
I just told you they all went out of business.
Then name one of them that went out of business. Name a single one that went out of business. That's all you'd have to do right now on the phone with me, and I'll give you $1,000.
That's all you have to do. You can give yourself $1,000. Why don't you Google it? Nobody listened to them.
Google
they weren't famous
what?
For a reason. It's why right now the History
there
Channel
weren't any commentators because the Fairness Doctrine existed, you fucking moron.
Well,
the Fairness Doctrine stopped those people from existing. They stopped liberals and conservatives from existing simultaneously. That's my point, you fucking idiot. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, you stupid fucking moron.
Oh, why don't you get emotional?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings because I made you look like a fucking fool in front of 1,400 people? Oops.
No, I mean, if you've got an audience...
Nope. I mean, nope. I'm sorry. I mean, no. I mean, I can't. I mean, nope. What else do you got to say?
Oh, well, your party sucks.
That's all you got?
I mean, they do.
That's all you got?
Well,
Jesus
no.
Christ, you
just
suck at
interrupt me, but do you live in California?
Nope.
Oh, you live in Massachusetts.
Oh, I live in the state that's number one for education, number one for healthcare, and number one for quality of life in America.
Where is that?
Massachusetts.
Oh.
Yeah. Oops.
I just don't agree with you.
You don't agree with what?
With any of what you just said.
You don't agree with actual fucking reality and statistics? Goddamn, now we know why you voted for Donald Trump.
I live in Las Vegas. I pay no state income tax.
Yeah, you know what?
Nobody cares.
No one cares. And by the way, your fucking water is being poisoned by data centers in Nevada. Good luck with that.
I know nothing about it.
I mean, also, Vegas is like literally dying right now.
Really?
You realize that, right?
It's not because of the taxes. I mean, California should have been dead a long time ago.
No. I didn't say that it was because of taxes. Yeah. I'm saying that Vegas is dying right now, and do you know why?
You're saying that the water is getting poisoned by...
No, it's not because of water. No. I'm saying that Vegas is dying because of capitalism.
Oh, well, that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Is it?
Yeah. Where does socialism work?
Where does socialism work?
Socialism work? Yeah.
Where? I mean, it works in America.
Are you going to be like Bernie Sanders and have countries all around the world coming out and saying, no, Bernie, we're not socialists over here? Is that what you're going to do?
No.
No. Well, yeah, I don't believe in socialism. Sorry.
Oh, tell me what socialism is.
You don't? It's when the government controls the means of manufacturing.
No.
Which is what the Democrats try to do through regulation.
No.
But I do believe that communism and socialism are actually going to work in the future. And the reason I believe that is because socialism and communism cause people to become lazy and not go to work. So the GDP for the country falls apart. But Elon Musk basically changed the whole structure of everything. And if the robots and the AI are as successful as he claims they'll be, then it's going to turn everything on its head.
Like as successful as the Hyperloop is in Las Vegas.
Right? Holy shit.
Like successful like the Hyperloop.
What's the Hyperloop?
Exactly.
Thank you. You hit the nail on the head. By the way, to prove to Nemo's point, I just pulled this up. You probably can't see the screen. That's okay. You can look it up after. In Las Vegas right now, 2025, since 1970, had the worst year on record outside of the pandemic. 7.5% decline in tourism in Las Vegas, directly related to the economy contracting and tariffs. Thanks, Donald Trump.
Well, Las Vegas does over 22,000 conventions a year. I don't work there anymore. I'm an over-the-road truck driver, so I'm almost never in Las Vegas. I just went through there a couple days, just drove through. I'm going to tell you that Las Vegas, since the 60s, has the highest income for non-college graduates in the country. They've been that way since the 1960s. They have a lot of high-paying jobs. I can tell you that bartenders, doormen, chefs, they have incredible restaurants in Vegas.
And the revenue is down by 7.5%, which is the worst in 56 years outside of the global pandemic, which affected everything in the entire world because of Donald Trump, which means that a lot of people are now losing their jobs because tourism is down.
I disagree with it. I disagree with what you're saying.
Oh, you disagree? Again, he disagrees with facts and figures and statistics that are measurable by actual fucking data numbers, but go right ahead. Just disagree. It's not like
me. You just interrupted me.
Oh my God, I interrupted you. Oh no. Oh no, did I interrupt you? Did I break your train of concentration? Do they speak English in what?
You blamed Donald Trump for that and the tariffs, and I disagree with you. I don't think that's what it is.
No.
What is it then?
It's inflation. It's inflation.
It's inflation?
Because when Joe Biden was president, they printed so much money. They did quantitative easing.
They did what? Whoa! What?
quantitative easing.
Why did they print money?
Why did they print money? Because they spent more money than they were bringing in. So in
Why
order
did they
to not
spend more money than they brought in?
national debt,
Why did they spend more money than they brought in?
Because Congress does that. Because they can.
Oh. Why does Congress do that?
Congress? Because they're idiots, in my opinion.
What's the check on Congress?
Why do you think they did it? Why do you think they did it?
What if I told you that the spending? Sure. So
why were they stealing money in Wisconsin?
I'm trying to answer your question.
Why did they build a bullet train in California and steal all the money? Why did they have fires in the Palestine?
Again,
raise money.
Trying to answer your question here.
The Democrats stole all the money. Yeah, and Elon Musk.
Right. Okay. No. So let's try that again. Dude. Yeah. I'm gonna answer your question.
Oh my God.
What?
You know, somebody said you Democrats don't like to tell. Just like Walter Cronkite.
What? Dude, okay, I'm going to answer your question. So please just listen, okay?
I don't have any questions.
You literally just asked the question. You just asked.
I may have stated it as a question, but I was just reminding everybody out there of all the bullshit that you people don't want to talk about. Where the Democrats are stealing fucking money from everybody.
The Democrats are stealing money? Is that why Rick Scott, who's a senator from Florida and a Republican, is still known as the person who committed the largest Medicare fraud in American history? Oh, you didn't hear about that?
He's a felon. He's a 34. You know, I remember when...
I didn't even mention Trump.
I remember when it was Monica Lewinsky, and the Democrats came out and said, a blowjob isn't sex. A blowjob isn't sex.
Dude, I mean, like, I'm starting to think that you might be suffering from early stages of Alzheimer's. Like,
Yeah.
it is not the 90s anymore, dude.
Well, see, Alzheimer's works in the opposite way, where people
not Alzheimer's. God damn it! That's one of my pet peeves is when people say Alzheimer's.
Conveniently not remembering things. You're just conveniently not remembering all those things. And then you're accusing me of having Alzheimer's because I'm remembering things that you people
No, dude. No,
talk about.
You are having a conversation. You're just sitting here ranting. Like you're not even waiting to listen. You're just kind of going. Like if you want to have a conversation about politics, we can. But if you just want to sit here and pontificate about how you hate the Democrats, well, that's a whole other thing.
Your purpose is not to have a conversation.
Sure, it is.
No, it isn't. That's bullshit.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to have a conversation. How about that?
No, I don't trust you.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Standard conservative, everyone. Too scared to have a conversation.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. I'm too scared. You just keep interrupting me.
Prove me wrong.
Every time I start into a conversation, all you do is interrupt.
Bro, you won't stop talking. You just rant and rave and you won't stop talking. You ask a question and then you keep talking. You say something and you just keep talking and talking and talking. The only way for either of us to get a word in edgewise is to interrupt you because you won't shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. So if you want to have a conversation, see, there you go again. There you go again. The only thing that you would need to do is wait till one of us was done talking, then you can talk, like now.
But you didn't do that for me.
Because you won't stop talking.
Well, you won't stop talking.
I just
Is that why everybody heard you just then? Everyone heard you just then.
Holy fuck.
I just did.
See, there you go. You just stopped talking. Now I talked. Now it's your turn to talk.
Okay. So what would you like to discuss?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck. Okay. So, you're blaming inflation on Biden. Do you know why that inflation occurred?
I just tried to explain that to you, and I just pointed out I was not blaming Biden, and I didn't blame Jimmy Carter. It started with Richard Nixon, and it's Congress that spends the money. I've tried to explain that to you. I've said it. And it happened while Joe Biden was president. I think Joe Biden was probably the first elected vegetable. I don't think he knew what the fuck was going on up there. Come on, that old man, he was falling down, and, you know, I felt sorry for him. But I'll tell you something. In the younger years, his younger years, he was a dumb fuck. He was an idiot.
Okay.
He was always
whatever. So if you're blaming Congress, then explain why you support Trump, because Trump's America, Trump's party, right? The Republicans, they can't manage a budget to save their life.
I agree with you. They are disappointing. They're all a bunch of liars up there. They get all this campaign money from both parties, and that's why CNN lies to you, and that's why Fox News lies to you, because they get all the campaign money. And they're all a bunch of shysters, and they've been lying to the public for decades. And yes, even Walter Cronkite, I'm telling you, he's a fucking liar. They lied. They lie all the time. They tell. For instance, when you say, well, you lied to me. Well, that's possible because I've done it before, because I heard it from the media. There was a time they were telling us that a president was not, that it wasn't that they couldn't have more than 2 consecutive terms. That's what they told us. So each term of the president was 4 years, and they put it out all over the media. People my age, a lot of people my age, believe that. So when Donald Trump says, his 2 terms were not consecutive, and a lot of people that are my age, we heard that. We remember that story was going all over the place. We didn't have internet to go check it out. We didn't, we weren't constitutional. We didn't carry the Constitution around with us. You couldn't look it up on the internet. So people believed stories that, and I'm telling you that both sides, they're just liars. They're just liars. But
that sounds like you just didn't pay attention in school. Like, I mean, you can go and read the Constitution. You can read the 22nd Amendment. You can read the 22nd Amendment, dude. It's not that complicated.
When people were telling us this, they were supposedly constitutional authority. They were
okay. Well, whoever told you that, you shouldn't listen to them. I
told you, right? I just explained to you, didn't I? That we were lied to.
Okay, cool. It doesn't matter.
They said consecutive.
One, I don't believe that. 2, it doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know why I'm talking to you. If you don't believe what I'm telling you, then why am I wasting my time?
I mean, you're sitting here blaming people who said that presidents weren't allowed to have more than 2 consecutive terms. And I mean, again, I don't know. I genuinely, I don't know.
You don't know
where you heard that, who told you that. I don't know. But if you're insisting that person was or claimed to be a constitutional authority, I mean, fuck. Maybe if it was like Rush Limbaugh, I would believe that, because that is so obviously wrong. Because all you have to do is go and read the 22nd Amendment. It's not long. It's not complicated. It's very straightforward. Just go read it, and you will see that no, it's not consecutive. It's 2, period.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to waste our time. I was working at the time.
Why didn't you want to waste your time being right?
I didn't, because I didn't want to go to the library and find a constitution and see if I was being lied to about 2 consecutive terms.
All right. Well, guess what, dude? Like that excuse that worked for the first 30-ish years of your life. It didn't work for the second 30 years, right? So in the second 30 years of your life, from the time that you were roughly in your 30s until this exact moment, the internet has existed.
Well, it hasn't affected my life ever.
Okay, my point is, dude, you can't give me the excuse that, well, I didn't want to go to the library. Okay, cool. Are you telling me you didn't want to look it up on Google? Are you telling me that that's too difficult for you?
It's not too difficult for me. I simply was not interested in knowing. Because
Okay.
It doesn't affect that. But you can try to find any little thing you can and grip onto it and rub it into the ground.
What are you talking about? It's literally the law.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit about the law?
The point was that we were lied to. But you grasped
Again,
onto
this whole "we were lied to" thing, dude. I don't know who told you that.
Well, who cares?
I mean, you're the one sitting here bitching about it. Like, dude, I don't know if somebody told you that it was consecutive, they were wrong, and either they were lying to you, or they were dumb, or you misunderstood them. It's one of those, right?
Whoever lied to you and told you that Joe Biden was qualified to be president of the United States, they lied to you. And I don't know why the fuck you didn't look shit up. Like the fact that he ran for president before and he got caught for plagiarism. Yeah, and the
dude, I don't know where you're going with this. Do you think that I'm a simp for Biden?
Hillary.
I don't.
Oh,
do you think that I'm a simp for Joe Biden?
And Kamala, and every
dude, no, I'm not. I'm genuinely not, man. Like, if you want to turn this into you just, I don't know, bitching about you liberals, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. Like, if you want to talk about why you support Donald Trump, I'm interested in that, because I guarantee that any reason that you can give me for supporting Donald Trump, I can annihilate.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to go with Iran. Okay. What he's doing in Iran right now takes a lot of balls, and
it's fucking stupid what he's doing in Iran right now.
Well, I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't believe because I'll tell you why. Because they were putting together nuclear weapons, and they're fucking crazy.
No, they weren't.
Based on what? Based on what evidence were they?
We don't know. I can't.
We don't know
that. I can't honestly tell you that the media hasn't lied to me. But
dude,
I'm going to tell you
no, stop. Now you're going into the media again. No, we had no evidence whatsoever that they were assembling nuclear weapons. They just weren't, dude.
See, first I talk, and then I stop talking, and then you talk, except what you just did. You interrupted me in the middle. You didn't let me finish. And leftists are like this. I noticed this. Whenever you
oh my God,
saying,
I was quiet that whole time. Can you please just get back to the fucking answer?
Again, you interrupted me.
Are you just going to want...
Yeah, because you were about to bitch about leftists. I want you to talk about Iran.
Whenever you tell the truth that you believe is the truth in front of a leftist, because they all say the same thing.
Are you just going to keep whining, or will you just please respond, please, instead of whining?
First I talk.
Would you please stop? Would you please stop whining? Thank you. Yeah. Anyways, what did Tulsi Gabbard say on March 18th of 2026? That would be March 18th of this year. What did she say? What was exact? She said it to the Senate Intelligence Committee. What did she say? The exact words. Do you know? What did she say?
Well, are you finished? Can I talk now?
I asked you a question. What did she say? That's the only thing I need an answer to.
That Iran was not building nuclear weapons.
Not only did she say that they weren't building a nuclear weapon, she said that their nuclear weapons program was obliterated. She used the term obliterated after Operation Midnight Hammer in June of 2025. So how could they have been building a nuclear weapon if the director of national intelligence, the person who knows the most about foreign intelligence in America, said their nuclear program was obliterated and they were not building a nuclear weapon? How is that possible, sir?
Well, how is it possible that they could have...
No, why are you answering a question with a question? I asked you a question. How is it possible? Don't ask me a question back. I want an explanation.
Are you finished? Can I get a
Can you
word
ask
out?
me a
You
question?
interrupted
No,
me.
I want an answer. I don't want a fucking question back. I want a fucking answer. Do you know how to answer a question? You're 64 years old. I asked you a question. Answer a fucking question like a man instead of asking me a question back.
But I just feel like I'm talking
I'm
to a 14-year-old
whining.
girl.
I'm whining about it because I don't have an
'Cause you're
answer.
stupid.
Because you don't have an answer.
do.
The reason is you don't
Yes,
have
I
an
do.
answer, and because you don't have an
Yes, I do.
answer, you're obfuscating. Then answer the fucking question.
Oh, I was trying to.
Answer
You
it.
interrupt-
Answer.
Okay, how could they have nuclear material?
Why are
underground
you asking
nuclear
a
scientists?
question? I want an answer.
Well, they obviously were building a
She said they weren't
nuclear
building
program.
anything because their program was obliterated. You fucking idiot. I've said it now 5 times.
Well, first of all, she said that in an open hearing. So in a closed hearing, that information
In a
would be
closed
secret.
hearing, she said the same thing because guess what? The senators on the Gang
Well,
of Eight
you know.
because the senators
You
on
know.
the senators on the Gang of Eight confirmed that in the closed hearing she said the same thing.
So you're telling me that they disclosed classified information to
It's
the
not
public?
classified information that Iran's nuclear program was obliterated. That's not classified information, you moron.
First of all, you
The
stupid dumbass.
IAEA already
the
confirmed that.
uranium-
The IAEA
uranium-
already confirmed
the
that.
uranium,
The
the
uranium, bud.
the uranium,
The uranium, they already, the IAEA already confirmed the same thing. That isn't classified information. You don't know what you're talking about. They weren't building a nuclear weapon. Everyone confirmed it. This was not classified information. So why would you say we had to do it because we needed to stop them from building the nuclear weapon that they weren't building? That's my question.
Well,
and the reason that you can't
again,
answer that
I
is
believe
because
they
there
were.
is no answer for it.
No, I believe they were.
Then your
And you
belief
believe
is
they were.
fucking stupid because there's nothing to
Your
back it
belief
up.
was stupid.
Then back
Your
up your
belief was
great,
stupid.
sir. Then how about this? I've given you actual fucking information to back up my position. What's your actual information or source that would back up your claim?
Oh my God, this is just so ridiculous. Hey, do you know where North Korea is?
We're not pivoting to North Korea. I asked you for a source to back
Why?
up the claim that you made.
Because they fire missiles and they have.
I
they have
asked you
nuclear
for a
bombs?
source to back up the claim you made, sir. Don't pivot to North Korea. You suck at this.
No, I don't.
Yes,
suck
you
at
do.
this.
Then why don't you
And
give us a
furthermore-
source? Give us a source to back up your claim. I'm not letting you
Google
not.
it.
You can't just say shit and then move on. You're making things up. Stop lying. Make a point and then say, here's a source that backs up my information. My source is the Director of National Intelligence, Joe Kant, Donald Trump, and the IAEA. Who is your source?
The Strait of Hormuz was closed.
Who
And
is your source?
in 10
Who is your source? Who is
in
your
10 to
source,
14
sir?
days,
Who is your
they have
source?
to cap all the
Jesus
oil
fucking
wells
Christ!
in that And
Nemo? I think you're right.
they
This guy
are
might have
also-
Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
You
they're
can't
100%.
track.
They also are such a threat that the tankers no longer want to go through the Strait of Hormuz
Okay.
because they can't be insured.
Oh, all right.
So
Okay,
now,
buddy. Whatever you
200
say.
tankers
Okay,
come to the United
okay,
States to
Grampy.
get all the
Okay,
oil.
whatever you say, bud.
So
Yep.
now- Now,
All right.
now,
Yeah,
United
whatever you
States
say.
is going to become
Uh-huh.
the world
Right.
producer of
Yeah.
oil.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I'm glad that he brought it back to the whole tankers coming to
that's
America
right.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Hard. It
can
was
you
tough to
see
get
the screen,
through.
or are you just listening?
I'm not getting anything on. I'm in Colorado, so I'm out in the
Okay,
boonies.
fine. So, but you can hear. So, we're gonna play something. Now, I want you to listen. It's gonna be about a minute or two. We're gonna play something. No interruptions. Listen closely.
The United States to buy oil which is going to make our economy go through the fucking roof.
Yeah, not so much. You see, all these tankers coming to the United States is actually a really bad sign. And that's because we don't have the oil to give them. We are almost at maximum capacity on oil exports. We can't physically export much more than we are right now, maybe 500,000 barrels a day. And those tankers are willing to come here and set for months to get loaded because they have no other prospects. That's bad. And there's really no economic benefit to us for exporting the little bit more oil we possibly could. You get even more money keeping it in the country. You see, once it leaves here, it's gone. But when it stays, not only the federal government, but state governments get to tax every single product that's made from it, many times down the line. There's no economic boom coming from these tankers coming to the United States. It's not a thing. In a month, the story will be that there's still 100 tankers sitting in the Gulf waiting to be loaded. That's going to be the story. This idea that we can replace the oil lost from the Strait of Hormuz is just ridiculous. The whole country doesn't even produce that much oil. They're literally coming here in hopes of getting a load. At best, we can load 2 more tankers a week than we normally do. With 120 coming and only 2 more a week, they're going to be sitting for a very long time. Thanks.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate. I haven't worked in the oil business since the 80s, but what he's telling you is probably true. However, it takes a lot of money and a lot of time to open everything up. And as those contracts are signed, as we get the tankers into the ports, we actually have more oil than the Middle East. And we also have more places to load oil than just the Gulf of America, which is now the Gulf of America, or Louisiana, the ports over there. We could be loading ports in California, except it's illegal. And we have Alaska, which is massive. They have massive oil reserves out there. But the biggest one I heard about was outside of Hobbs, New Mexico, between Texas and New Mexico. And I was listening to one of the CEOs for a major oil company. I can't remember his name. I can't remember, but he was talking about how 30 million people were going to move there because they found so much oil. But I did, years ago, I drove a truck. I did fracking, and then I worked for Halliburton and Schlumberger in Houston, Texas. I worked on the downhole tools. I worked on the making bay cables. I did some other work where we would be looking for the oil, basically. Everything gets washed through a computer, and we set off explosives, and these vibrations go under the ground, and they go into hydrophones or geophones on land, and they find all this stuff under the ground. It's incredible, the technology and the directional drilling and everything else. And the United States just has an incredible amount of oil. We have all that. But there's laws, and when these guys that work in the oil business who have to put up so much money, and it's a very risky business anyway, and they have to put up all this money. If the Democrats come in and they kill a pipeline, or these environmentalists start suing them, and they say, well, you're going to kill a lizard if you drill a hole. They did that in Texas. They got away with it. I did some work out in Houston years ago. I was a tech, and I was fixing some equipment, and they built these refineries, small scale, like super small, but it's an actual refinery before they actually build the refinery. And when I pulled out onto the job, the security guard had to spread plastic all over, and he said, you must park on this, because unless you have a brand new car, every person who works here must get a brand new car. It's in their contract every year, because if any oil drips out into the parking lot, the environmentalists go out to that ditch out there and they find this and they say that we are polluting. So it just goes so, there's all these extremists that are involved in this. We have a lot of oil in the United States. Those are great jobs to have. Yeah, I mean, you make a lot of money. You really do. All the guys that work out there, you have to go out in the middle of nowhere. It's nasty work. It stinks. You can get poisonous gas coming out of the well. There a lot of stuff. People get their arms, their legs pinched off. It's dangerous, but they pay a lot of money, and we have the oil. And I think that what gave a lot of the business to Russia and to the Middle East are these environmental laws passed by basically the Democrats, but there are Republicans that do this bullshit too. But I just think that, we don't have any fertilizer here in this country. We can't make it. It's not that we don't have the technology. It's not that we don't have everything that they have over in the Strait of Hormuz. It's because of the stupid laws over here. And now the farmers can't get it. And this globalism that these people have gotten into, these corporatists, because they always want, cheaper labor. So they go, overseas and they take all the jobs out of the United States. And it started with NAFTA and GATT and all that. They've crippled our country. When something like this happens, one little stray over in the Middle East, and I don't care. You can blame anybody you want to. You don't have to blame the Iranians, that have been blowing people up all over the freaking world, killing people all over the world because somebody stands up to them. And just for the reason of what they do to the Jews. They're just, I don't like seeing anybody killed. I don't care what religion they are. I don't like seeing Muslims killed. But, I just see the media totally ignoring every time they're firing all these missiles and rockets into Israel. And it's like, oh, so what? And then politically, we're supposed to be divided. Now we're all supposed to hate the Jews. And I'm sorry, I can't think of any Jews that have ever hijacked airliners.
At what point did anyone say that we are supposed to hate the Jews, sir?
I hear it a lot from the Democrats.
No, the Democrats, absolutely not. Give me one example of one politician who said we should hate the Jews. Go.
Well, I can't.
There you go. You can't. So don't say shit that isn't fucking true. Stop it. That's anti-fucking Semitic. Don't say that shit. That's not true.
Okay. The Democrats support people who hate.
No, they don't.
They support Iran.
They don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
They absolutely are. They are taking Iran's side against our president because they hate our
president.
Who
is taking Iran's side? What the fuck does that even mean? How are the Democrats in America taking Iran's side? The only thing that the Democrats are saying, and a lot of Republicans are saying it too, is we shouldn't have started this stupid fucking war for no fucking reason because we didn't need to start this stupid fucking war that closed down the Strait of Hormuz, sent oil prices through the roof, and then sent gas prices and diesel prices through the fucking roof, and then by closing off the Strait of Hormuz, did the same thing. You were just talking about fertilizer prices. Boom. Same thing there. Also has killed thousands of people that didn't need to be killed. Also, some of our service members that didn't need to be killed, and our service members that have been hurt, casualties, hundreds of them that didn't need to be. They didn't need to be hurt at all. So we're saying that didn't need to happen. School children died that didn't need to die. That's the only thing that's being said. No one's like saying that we support Iran in the war. We're just saying that we didn't need to go to war with them. You were just making shit up now.
When I was in the Marine Corps,
no one cares about your dude. You gotta stop with the fucking history lessons. I just let you fucking ramble for 5 minutes. No one cares. No one fucking cares, dude. If you want to talk about something right fucking now. You just made a claim that Democrats are hating the Jews, which they're not. There's zero evidence of that. And then 2, you said that they're supporting Iran in this war against the United States, which they're not. You were just saying shit to make shit up. You were literally just making shit up with zero fucking facts or sources to back it up. Stop doing that. 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 Yes. Do you know why? Do you know why we should stop cutting off military aid to Israel? Because they're committing a genocide in Gaza.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they are. They've killed 80,000 people in Gaza. Do you not, or are you okay with that?
No, I'm not.
Well, then guess what? Maybe we should stop giving them billions of dollars so that they can stop killing those people. What do you think? Do you agree with that?
No, I totally
Well, then there you go. You support committing genocide. Good for you.
No, the people that want to
No. The people who are committing genocide are the fucking IDF. They're killing the Palestinians. That's why we're saying stop giving the Israelis $3.8 billion a year so that they can have more fucking weapons to kill women and children and innocent people.
Really? Is that why they scream death to Israel and that Israel doesn't have a right to exist? And then they scream death to America.
The Palestinians aren't screaming death to Israel, you idiot. They live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Dude, get the fuck out of here. You don't know anything.
Well,
why would the Palestinians scream death to the country that they fucking live in? Holy fuck, dude.
They are allowed to live there.
They're allowed to live in the country that they're from? Oh, how nice that they're allowed to live in the country that they fucking are from. That's so nice that they're allowed to live in the country that they're fucking from. How kind of them.
But the Jews cannot live in the Muslim countries, right? Because they kill them. They blow them up, you know. They do suicide bombings all over the world because anybody that doesn't believe in their religion is an infidel. And
that's not how that works, dude. I'm not even gonna try to explain this to you because you won't even understand. But then no, that's not how that works.
You can't explain it to me because you don't know a fucking thing.
No, I know so much more than you do, dude. I know so, dude.
Of course you do.
Oh, really?
You're so
when you
smart.
came across our stream. When you came
people vote to pay more money to the government that's ripping you off, and when they get caught ripping you off,
hey bud, I don't live in the state that's selling out. I don't live in the state that's selling out our environment to data centers to poison our water. That's number one. That's number one. Number two is if you saw if you were. Number two, yeah, you are paying $6 a gallon because you voted for Donald Trump. And number two is if when you came through the stream, if you saw the flag that I'm flying, you would understand that I know so much more about this than you do. But then again, that would be me assuming that you would understand the flag that I have up here, which I know that you don't. You're too fucking stupid and unintelligent and uneducated to have this discussion, which is why, no, I'm not going to educate you on Islam. You're too dumb.
I didn't look to you to educate me on Islam.
I know, because I'm not going to do it because you're too fucking stupid.
Well, that's, what else are you going to say? When I have so much history to back up my point of view.
You have no history to back up your point of view.
Yes, I did. But
great.
You don't
then why don't you tell me in the Quran what 9:5 is? Chapter 9, verse 5. Chapter 9, verse 5 in the Quran. Explain it to me. Explain the historical context behind it. Explain the verse. Then explain the historical context. Go.
Pan Am 103.
No, sir, I asked you about the Quran. I'd like you to answer my question. I said I want you to explain chapter 9, verse 5. If you're going to say that the Muslim people are going to kill all the infidels, then explain chapter 9, verse 5 in the Quran, and then give us the historical context behind it. Go.
Pan Am 103.
No, sir, that's an airplane flight. I know you have difficulty with comprehension. I'm asking you to explain a Quran verse that you're trying to quote.
9/11.
No, sir. That was a terrorist attack committed by the Saudis. You know, the people that Donald Trump was shaking hands with a couple of months ago. Anyways, I asked you about the Quran, the holy book of the Muslim people. I know this is difficult. I'll say it slower for you. Can you explain the historical context of the chapter and verse that you are trying to quote to us by saying that the infidels, that they want to kill all of the infidels? You're trying to quote something that you don't understand. So explain it to us.
Cole. USS Cole.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Marine barracks bombing.
All right, dude. Whatever. Cool. Yep, you win. Great. You win. You understand it. Great. Good job. You win. Good job, Grandpa. Good job.
Do you understand it?
Yep, you win. Great. You win. You win, bud. You win. You can hang up the phone now. You've won. You win whatever the fuck it is you think that you said. Good job. Bye-bye. Good job. I didn't hang up on him.
God, he was fucking stupid.
So this one time in band camp, like in 1993, I was there, and then the truck came, and the truck was there, and there was so much going on that I couldn't figure out what was happening, but it was all there. It was in band camp, though. I don't know. What was that guy talking about? Can we get a replay? No.
When I had him muted,
Mm-hmm.
it was just.
Oh, I'm sorry. Neely gave me an instruction, Matt. So it started at Taco Bell, and then I moved to a McDonald's. This was around 74. And then when we moved to another city, it definitely, darn it.
Wait, hang on 1 second. Hold on. Wait. Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Hello?
Huh?
Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Dog, I'm 15.
Anyways, sorry.
Pick up where I left off. Thank you. All right. So then we moved to another town, and then I went to a McDonald's, another McDonald's, and then I went to another Taco Bell, and then back to the McDonald's because I didn't like the Taco Bell. And then what happened is I went to a telemarketer, but then there was this one time where I did work at a record store, which was pretty cool. Met some interesting people there. A lot was going on in the world at that time, but I think that everything was all fine. We had I don't remember, what year was this? Oh my, was Bush still president then, or was this still, this was when the black man was president. They called him Barry. So Barry was there. And then I worked for about a week at this post office type job. I don't remember what it was, but the guy was really mad when I quit. And then I got to working for the cable company. And I worked for the cable company for quite a while. It was my first real job, and it was amazing. And I don't remember much after that. It was a blur. Something about schmugs and alcohol and Trump and life. I had a quarter life crisis. Quarter life crisis was kind of hard though. I was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I'm 25. Am I ever gonna get married? Will I ever have children? What's gonna happen? Oh my gosh. It was tough.
Oh,
I
That
hate it
was
here.
painful.
That was hard for me to do.
oh, that was God. That was so. Oh my God. Holy fuck. Yeah, sir. This is a Wendy's. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know.
This is a Hardee's.
The Hardee's. This is a Carl's Jr. Yeah, I preferred Erika's too. Also, I don't know why Erika's story was like paralleling my life, like band camp and like I worked at a record shop and all this different stuff. Like that was very like really weird. Don't do that again. That was weird.
Band. This one time in band. One time I actually really did quit band though. Like I quit. I wasn't in band, but I was I was a flag girl, and so like we had to,
Color guard.
yeah. And so like
Color
I
guard.
quit. Yeah, it's color guard. Yeah, but I'm black, Matt. We call it flag girl. So it's a flag girl.
No, that sounds wrong. I don't know why that sounds wrong. No.
It's not. It's not. It's just what it's called. But I did that, and my mom was like, "Why would you do that?" And she was like, "You go back and you rejoin now." And so like my mom actually like drove me to school, and she made me go apologize to like the band instructor lady, and I had to apologize and all that stuff, and I got back on. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Mm-mm. You in trouble.
Yeah, color guard did use more than flags. They used like they would have like the little fake little gun thingies.
Yeah, rifles.
And then yeah, I was not a majorette. I wish I was a majorette, but no, I was a flag girl. I tossed flags in the air. Okay, I just wanted to come and tell my story. Oh, thank you for the gifts. I was just coming to tell my story to lighten up the mood because that was a lot.
That was a lot. But thank you, friend. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you for making me laugh.
You're
all right.
welcome. I hope you two have fun for the rest of the night and get some rational, sane people.
No, but what? Maybe. Well, we'll see. But thank you.
Okay.
We appreciate your well
Of
wishes.
course.
All right.
Nemo doesn't look too sure about that.
He's not at all. We'll see.
All right, you can drop me, Matt.
All right. Bye.
See y'all later.
Bye. W is always for our friend Erika. That's always a good reminder. Please continue to do all the good things. Guys, as we do all the good things, I do appreciate you helping out with the live goal on live. But if we can, let's pump up Nemo's numbers. I really would like to see him get up to 5K in his coins. Let's do that if we can. Please and thank you. Also, thank you to Melvin over on the tube for the super chat, who said, those who don't pursue knowledge say a lot while giving no information, and they are easily manipulated. Yup. And then also thank you again to Melvin, who said, Lord, get this man a rocking chair and a dog to retire. Amazing. And then also thank you to the One Mighty Pen for the gift of the jewels. That's a cool little gift. Thank you, friend. And also to Ant-Man. Again, for the gift. You guys are very kind. Appreciate it. But like I said, I do appreciate you pumping up our friend Nemo over there. Thank you for doing that. And you guys, look at you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much for taking care of him and getting that out. And wonderful job. Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box over here or give us a ring. On the phone line. The phone line is open because we have no ops over here on TikTok, and no one is on the phone line. We are going to be just so you guys know. I do have an account with the same call software that our friends Ari and Polly are using. So, hopefully at some point this week, going to try switching over to it. It's fairly similar. I mean, it's not really all that different. The differences are that we can have we can have people queued up, which is nice. So if any of you folks are interested in being call screeners, shoot me a message, either via the Discord or a message on my main account on this account. If you would, shoot me a message if you're interested in being a call screener. We can talk about that a little bit more. Let's see who's here. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how old are you and what state are you in?
23, New Hampshire.
Do you say 23 or 43?
23, New Hampshire.
Thanks. Sorry, just lost that. Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump?
I find it based with a lot of his policies, and I agree with a lot of what he's doing.
Okay, specifically, like what?
Kidnapping the dictator from Venezuela, which was very based. The situation in the IRI, I also agree with.
The situation where?
In the IRI, do you know what this is?
The IRI? No.
Yep.
What does that stand for?
The conflict that's going on.
Do you mean in the Islamic Republic of Iran? That you could have just
said,
the
IRI.
You could have just said Iran. That's fine.
The IRI, it's abbreviation. I thought you could read between the lines. It's fine.
I did. I'm just saying you could have just said Iran. That's fine. We'll just refer to it as Iran from now on.
Wait, you will. I'll use the I. But yeah, I agree with a lot of the situations that are taking place.
Why do you agree with the conflict in Iran? Why do you agree with the war in Iran?
Hold up.
Hello?
Wait, say that. Yeah, say that again. My phone kind of lagged.
Why do you agree with the war in Iran?
War is just semantics, but the conflict that's going on in 2023...
No, war isn't... War, I'm sorry, I'm going to stop you right there. It's not semantics. It is a war by its very definition, so nope.
Definitions doesn't make it objective, unless if you want to go with the legal definition.
I'm sorry,
then there's going to be some factors.
I'm sorry, what we're not going to do is we're not going to Philbro this with you. So what it is it's a war by every single definition, and if you don't like that, that's fine. But we're not going to Philbro it. So why do you agree with the war in Iran?
Wait, hold up a second. That's
why
not
do you
the
agree
case
with
because
the war
the
in
legal
Iran?
definition.
Why do you agree with the war in Iran?
Okay, cool. So you just want to skip over the semantics? Yeah, in 2023,
I got you.
I got you. Here, I got you. Let me explain this.
I got you too. And if you talk over me again, I'm just going to drop you.
Because in 2023, I was at El Asad Air Force Base. It's a joint base in Iraq. Ready? 2nd Brigade, 10th Mountain, 287.
No one cares about your anecdotal
you said
bullshit.
Why?
No one cares about your anecdotal.
Why I support this.
No one cares about your anecdotal stories.
You asked me why I support this. Did you not?
Yeah, no one cares about your anecdotes.
Wait, hold up. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I would just say, so when it comes to the situation, preference-based, I don't subscribe to Islam. We should destroy Islam.
No one cares about your... Okay, got it. So you're just a xenophobe. Okay, cool.
I'm not a xenophobe.
You just said we should destroy an entire religion. You're a xenophobe.
What makes that wrong?
Did you literally just ask me what makes it wrong to destroy an entire religion, kid?
Yeah, destroy the dogma of the religion. What makes that wrong?
No, you didn't say destroy the dogma of the religion. You said destroy an entire religion, and you want to
ask me why this is going to be the religion of itself. What makes it wrong?
I mean, I remember another time when somebody wanted to destroy an entire religion.
Are you talking about World War II?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He wanted to destroy the people, not the religion in of itself. If you want to actually engage with the arguments that are presented to you, maybe you should listen.
You're saying he didn't want to destroy the religion itself?
Yeah, destroy the dogma, the religion. That's why I said destroy the religion.
So wait,
obviously the host. Wait, I'm here to engage with the host. I'm here to engage with the host, but obviously the host isn't intelligent enough. to actually engage.
Kiddo.
You're a sassy little bitch, aren't
Yeah,
you?
you really are. And by the way,
Sassy, that's preference based.
Kiddo, there's 2 hosts here. So if you don't want to talk to both of us, you can just hang up like a good little boy.
Wait, so then the first host say I can't engage.
You can just hang up.
The other person
hey,
to say.
kiddo, you can just hang up like a good little boy. Go away if you don't want to talk.
Oh,
to both
good
of
little
us.
boy. Actually, debate. Maybe you should learn how to debate. I'll engage with the other person now. So yeah, just.
God.
Hey, kiddo, if you're still listening, you want to talk about the semantics of the word cunt? Because that's what you are. Like, there's just no point in even talking to you.
Yeah, don't know what that kid's deal is. You will not be picked, I promise.
I mean, yeah. I really like when you guys send the gifts and they catch Nemo's head. Like, it always makes me really happy. Thank you. Guys, I know we want to try. Like, I would really like to talk to someone else too, but like that conversation is going to go nowhere. Like, for sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Jacob, thank you for the Venmo. I did find your question. So now that we're waiting. So your question was, why does it seem like Gen X are fence sitters whenever it comes to politics? And the answer is, I think that with Gen X, there's this weird, there's a lot that goes into that, right? So if you think of the time period that Gen X falls into, early Gen X, that's going to be really, I'm trying to think, Gen X starts in 65. So early Gen X through to like the midpoint, that's going to finish up around, what is it? The 70s. So, because I think Gen X goes from 65 to 1980. And so basically in the early 70s. So that first half right there, I mean, if you fall into that, that means that you are going to be pretty heavily influenced by, I guess, the Reagan era and the whole idea behind, like the war on communism and stuff like that. So you're going to be like prime age for a lot of the like 80s TV that pushed the idea that, communism, socialism, evil, Red Scare, BS. And Reagan was a damn genius whenever it came to, communication. I'm not saying he was good. He was just really good at, making things memorable. So you're going to be wrapped up in that. Also in the broader, cultural zeitgeist of how, social hierarchies work. So like jocks, nerds, stuff like that. You see that a lot in the movies. And so that first wave of Gen X and the second wave of Gen X, there's a separation there, because second wave of Gen X, that's grunge era. That is, that's also like early internet, right? So those two waves right there, there's a difference. And I feel like when it comes to fence sitters, I feel like Gen X is almost, it's predisposed to the idea of, my parents were they were able to afford a house, and maybe early Gen X could afford a house, right? Because it's close enough temporally that maybe you could afford a house, early Gen X. Later Gen X, they can't. And so there's this dissonance there. I also think that there's probably a lot of it comes down to wanting to believe that the American dream still is attainable because you were close enough that you could see it. You could see like some semblance of that dream being achieved in real life. And so that's why there's like a lot of fence sitting whenever it comes to politics, because the Republicans would love to beat on the drum of, oh yeah, you know, all you got to do is just work hard. Oh yeah, well, American dream, blah blah blah, or America is great, patriotism, blah blah blah. And I mean, the idea that you could just work hard and boom, you're gonna succeed in this country. I mean, unfortunately it's not true anymore. It's just not. And the idea that, oh yeah, America's great and blah blah blah. I've said many a time that America can be great when it wants to be, but it is not great for everyone. And I want it to be great for everyone. And it has never been great for everyone. It's capable of being that when it wants to be. It could achieve it if it wanted to. But unfortunately, what we have is a bunch of old folks that are trying to live in the glory days of, oh yeah, well, back in my day when I was 10 years old in 1951, the country was great. Was it though? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't actually great in 1951. Sorry. This is you just trying to like waxing nostalgic for your childhood because you weren't aware of all the fucking terrible things going on in 1951. I think that's really what it is. That these people are just they're trying to harken back to a time that they view through rose-tinted glasses. I view the 90s as a time that is just, oh yeah, you know, that was a last great period of America. And I mean, I guarantee there's people that were firmly in adulthood in the 90s who would be like, I mean, was it? I don't know. Like, it was all right, but also, not really. You know, or they would say, I mean, it was okay, but, you know, really, this time period was better. It's people that they look into the past with rose-tinted glasses. They look into the past with a sense of nostalgia. That's just how it is. That's inherent in all of us. And I feel like, so with Gen X, I feel that there's an aspect of them wanting to believe that all we have to do is just elect, you know, the people that are banging the drum of patriotism, and oh yeah, we're gonna make it like it was back in the day. And I feel like there's some of Gen X, especially early Gen X, that believe that's all that's needed, and then America will be like it was in that time period, or it'll be great again, right? And the truth is, it's not. I feel like Gen X also there's apathy with Gen X because I mean, especially like Gen X is known for I mean, you know, you have the whole like latchkey kid thing, but also Gen X is that time period where look at the government during those years. I mean, we're talking about what, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, and then I guess H.W. Bush. I mean, at that point, it's going to be it's cutting into millennials.
We're into millennials then, yeah.
Yeah, like you look at that time period, Reagan would seem to be like, you know, oh hey, the adults are back in the room or whatever. And Carter was always the narrative was he was ineffectual, he couldn't get anything done, and they associate gas prices with Carter. And with Nixon, it was corruption and blah blah blah. Reagan comes along and says, hey, government sucks. You don't need the government. Like, the government is the problem, not the solution. And so I feel like there's a lot of that percolates in Gen X. And even if they disagree with, I guess, right-wing ideology, I feel like there is a semblance of that notion that percolates within them. I mean, it's a product of the Cold War. And I feel like that kind of makes them a little bit more amenable to some Republican talking points. Obviously, I'm speaking with a broad brush, everyone. I'd like to the people who think that I'm talking about them. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about broadly. Very, very. I'm talking about a whole generation. Holy fuck! Like, yes, yeah. Millions of people. So anyway, I mean, if you really want me to push on this, Gen X is the only generation that voted majority Trump. That is raw numbers. The only generation that voted majority for Trump. The only one. Boomers didn't, millennials didn't, Gen Z didn't, but Gen X did. Now, if you do not fall into that category because you are reasonable and did not vote for Donald Trump, I'm not talking about you. Just because you're Gen X doesn't mean I'm talking about you. I am talking about the generation broadly, right? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Like this, I swear, this is the thing where people get defensive whenever they fall into a category. It's the same thing that this is the white person thing. When people start talking about white people and then white people get really defensive and shit, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Come on. Stop trying to defend the honor of this whatever.
The thing that you guys need, especially Gen X, if you're sitting there in the chat and this is bothering you, respectfully, as a millennial, and I like respectfully, fuck off. I've had to spend my entire fucking life being told what millennials are, what we do, who we are, the things we like, the things we don't like, what the fuck is wrong with our generation, all that different shit, and nobody says bupkiss about Gen X, okay? Get the fuck over it. It's not personal. Had to learn that one like 20 years ago, okay? Calm the fuck down. And also, I'm a Zennial. I bleed into Gen X too, so Nemo could kind of be talking about me also. Who fucking cares? I'm early 80s. It doesn't fucking matter, guys. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But also, no one has ever talked more about I swear to fucking Christ, than the millennials. Gen Z talks about the millennials. The boomers talk about the millennials. Everybody talks about the fucking millennials. The boomers still think that the millennials are the 20-year-olds. Like, Jesus Christ. They still think that, like, we're those goddamn kids. I'm like, we're in our 40s. Let us be. Just leave us the fuck alone.
The youngest millennial, to put this into perspective, the youngest possible millennial right now is 30 or about to be 30. Like they are 29 at the absolute latest.
Yeah. All right. Nope. What the? That was strange. Weird. Yes, back up.
Like the timeline, the years for the generations. I mean, it's fuzzy depending on how you want to look at it, but millennial runs from 81 to 96, and Gen Z starts in either 96 or 97. It really just depends on where you're looking. So it's 2026, 30 years ago.
Strange. But okay. Yeah, Mia, I meant that the oldest ones are in their 40s. Calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ, you guys. Everyone just fucking relax. All right. We're just talking about generation. Anyways, and Zennials, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a weird place to be in the in-between too. It's very, very strange. So, but yeah, everyone calm down. Cool out. It's fine. That was somebody just trying to like call in and hang up repeatedly because they want to try to tap the line, or they think that's what they're doing. But we've blocked them, so that's fine. I agree. Zennials do have a pretty cool spot. guys, let's call it. Let's call it. It's 1:45. We actually did have some fucking discussions tonight. We had Oslo. Oslo was here. That was fun for a little while. So we appreciate you guys being here. Hey, by the way, tomorrow night, I do believe that our friend Matt Gromlich wants to swing back by for a couple of minutes to talk about the Louisiana primary situation for a few minutes. So if you guys are around tomorrow night, I think Matt wants to pop in and chat with Nemo and I about that for a couple of minutes. So that should be fun. So don't miss that. I'll let you guys know. By the way, the thing about the calls thing is if you're interested in doing the call screening, okay, if you're interested in doing the call screening, I've already had a couple of people message me. Shoot me a message on Discord or shoot me a message on TikTok on this account, on the main account. Please don't message my other account because a lot of times I don't check it regularly for messages. So I apologize if you message me over there and I miss it. I'm not great, so I'll do my best to check the messages on this account. But we're gonna need some people to do it. But the great thing about that system is we can queue people up so that hopefully we have people in line so that when you hear these people trying to call in, the screeners can take them and put them in the queue for us. The other thing is that Nemo will be able to take calls and bring calls down and also have mute. We can both have that ability and muting ability. So that will be very helpful for both of us to have that as well. Same with Erika on Fridays. So, or anyone else who is like an actual co-host with us, we can have that ability. So that's good. It's good. So anyways, trying to up the experience for you guys and keep improving for you. So we're doing our best. Let me see. Thank you to Kylie over on the tube for the gift of the jewels. Appreciate that. I'm good. Do you have anything else over there?
Yes. Thank you to Tiffany. You said, thank you for your amazing patience while educating. You are very welcome. Thank you. And Jacob, you said, it was a broad question that required a broad answer. Thank you very much for that. It explained a lot. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Guys, please make sure that you are doing a couple of things. Number one, if you're over on the tube, number one, please make sure that you are subscribed to me and subscribed to Nemo. Nemo's @ is right down here in the description. Over here on TikTok, make sure that you're following me, and you're following Nemo, you're following our backup accounts. I've got one primary one. Nemo's got a couple. Make sure that you're following all of them. If you'd like to offer additional support, like you've been hearing us read off, you can find links in our bios here. If you're over on the tube, you can find them in the description. We appreciate all of your support. You guys have been very kind. Thank you for the gifts over here and for your donations. Thank you to all of our mods, both on the tube and over here, for all of your support. That is wonderful. And you guys, day in, day out, doing the work, it means a lot. So thank you. Don't say it every night, but it's always appreciated. Please know you guys are always appreciated. All of the mods who do amazing work. You guys see them here all the time. It is amazing how often they're here and what great work they do. So thank you guys very, very much. Lastly, if you want to be part of the Discord that Nemo has built, it's really great. In his link tree and also in mine, you can find a link to it. It's free to join. It's fun. It's a good time. Even if you're over on the tube, link right down there in the description. Join up. Live chat's fun. We share things. Can say dirty shit. I don't know. It's fun. Pictures of pets. I don't know. You can talk shit about me. I don't care. Whatever. It's a good time. Nemo, the people are demanding that we raid Pickles. How do you feel about that?
That is unacceptable. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Is it dark? It's his new main account, right? So that would be Dark Pickles, I believe, Dark_Pickles. So,
yep.
All right, let's go say hi to Pickles. Tell him that that Nemo and I sent you, and maybe you'll see Nemo. You'll see him there. So, guys, until tomorrow night, we love you.